direction. No one can pull me out. I've always felt different from the others. I'm running away now. Fears are fading, won't stop bleeding. 'Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going south. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a fucking freak like me. Burning inside, but I am alive. I'm not the one that you used to know. I've always hated to act like the others. I found my way to. Tears are fading, won't stop bleeding. Fears are fading. 'Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a fucking freak like me. Cause I'm sick of standing up instead of going down. I'm sick of never being able to cross the line. I'm sick of pretending everything is fine. You got it, you're just a fucking freak like me. Fucking freak like me. Yeah. A fucking freak like me.
Hello everyone. It is indeed time for pain, and no, Viking Odin, you are in time. I just started. Oh, hello Lavender with the Godspeed, Chris, Linden Hour, Random Web User, and Viking Odin, hello. Good luck with covering feGhost. That woman is a piece of work. I've seen. So, yes, like you see, today we will cover feGhost. A dangerous name, can really quickly sound like something else. And how did I find them? Now, they were also mentioned in Akumu's video, because they were one of the few people who actually talked to Akumu when all the drama started, even went on a live stream with him, disagreed with Akumu in some departments, but all in all, it seemed to have been kind of friendly conversation. Later on, though, they were immediately like, "Oh, I regret going on the live stream with you. You're actually a terrible person, anti-trans." And later there came some accusation out against feGhost that she, yeah, I think she is right, that she sexually assaulted 2 people in real life. So, but now there's a twist to it. I don't want to spoil too much, you know. It's just really interesting case here. You always get censored, Chris. You should know by now. Did I hear the F slur? Someone called? No, not the F slur. It's feGhost. feGhost, haven't heard that name in years. That's why I said I'm digging up all the old corpses, I'm summoning the old ghosts, because I find it interesting and funny. Never seen or heard of this person, now I'm scared. Oh, you're in for something. So we start with the videos from Julie, who came out against feGhost first. Because first came their video, "I'm sorry for the suddenness of all this and having to come out about all of this horrendous stuff this way. Please take care of yourself." So, let's see. Also, for those who don't know, feGhost was also a YouTuber back then, also general ACC ranting videos, but their accounts are deleted by now, which I find really sad. I would have loved to see their riveting content.
Of all people to be making, and this is definitely—
Oh, wait, not so fast.
Hello everyone. This is really awkward. I want to preface by saying—
Prepping my read. Your double lettuce. Very good. Fuck figures. I see, the opinions are really high.
Saying that I know this feels like a very weird and out of place video for me of all people to be making, and this is definitely not at all how I wanted to be returning to the platform, and it would honestly be a lot easier if I just quietly moved on. However,
Hey, Mr. Gamer, welcome to Pain.
after consulting some friends and having time to finally breathe and reflect, I feel like if I didn't come forward with what I know, I'd be doing a disservice to the fans and friends of this person, especially with how they have continued on with their behavior both privately and publicly for nearly 3 years. And
feGhost was also one of Ponderspocket's video editors. Oh yeah, I know that they were in some way connected to Ponder because Ponder also made a video. Can't stay long, do. I'll try to watch the VOD later. That's okay. Thanks for stopping by, Mercury. Why do they all have buzzy voices? Listen, this video is from 3 years ago. Be nice. Be nice, Chris.
my experience. I also need to give a big trigger warning, as this video is going to be touching
Oh, trigger warnings. I love those. Mental health struggles, sexual assault, I think, suicide, and CP.
on the topics of general mental health struggles, sexual assault, suicide, and
Oh yeah, Spoctor was buddies with Spoctor too. Yes, we get to that later. Because we also have another Lio call lined up. Hehe.
CP. I understand if that's probably very alarming, and if it's something that you don't feel that you can handle right now or at all, please don't feel pressured to stay. So today's video is
Don't worry, I do not feel pressured to stay. I'm excited to stay.
says is about a person who goes by feGhost, who has been on this platform under that name since 2016.
feGhost had 19.3 thousand subscribers? Damn.
A lot of you probably know them from their own videos or appearing around our mutuals online, but
What do you mean, oh god, no? You gonna listen to the feGhost Senate call? Yes. Yes, I will, and I'm excited for it.
in case you don't know, feGhost is a content creator who's been around for a while and established an online presence as well as a lot of connections, which
I still like how no spoilers, Lindenauer, no spoilers. Do where's your water? I have my water right with me. Some energy drinks. And juice. And I also have an aquarium for people who don't behave. I'm ready for everything.
quite frankly is extremely worrying to me. If you're able, I ask that you please bear through everything I'm going to get into, as you'll see this very quickly outgrows the scope of someone just being a bad friend. Obviously, in addition to my own testimony, I'm going to be showing whatever evidence I can of what I'm talking about.
We love some evidence. feGhost got that many followers because she was well known for doing meme edits of animation memes. I talked to feGhost once when I was like 13, 14 in the Name Junkie Discord. Bilbits, you have been around for way too long in there. I swear to God.
Obviously, since some of this stuff happened in VCs, I cannot show literally everything that's happened, but I will be showing all the evidence that I have.
I understand if you only choose to believe what I can prove with screenshots.
I know some people aren't always looking at the videos they have on, so I'm going to be playing this sound effect whenever I put something on screen. So with that,
And thank you very much, Mr. Gamer. Love to hear that.
I'm just going to get into everything, basically. I want to preface by saying that I know that feGhost is a person who needs serious help, not from us, but professional mental help. And I understand that
I have arrived. I had to go back to the intro screen. Yes, the intro, for those who noticed, the intro screen today was a different one than I usually use. Drawn by Majunga Wamba. I love it. How many back voice changes do we have today? Today there's not one voice changer in there. I have to say.
possible problematic implications of warning people to stay away from someone very clearly suffering from mental health issues, because I agree in terms of principle that someone suffering from mental illness is not something to be ashamed of or a reason to shun. I would never cut off a friend because of that, and I would
Listen, if their mental illness makes them into a cunt, it's fine.
have a lot of the friends that I do now if that were the case. However, I've had to learn that letting someone use their mental illness to hurt others and or guilt forgiveness is wrong.
I was in the middle of watching someone go over Christian religious children's shows and you started streaming. So sorry that I interrupted this beautiful time.
Especially when the person shows no willingness to change for the better. And one of the long-standing issues that's been causing so many problems is not only their absolute refusal to seek out professional help, but
oh, wait. There's the one before that. Come on. Is something wrong that's making you feel uncomfortable? I don't know. I just have a feeling that I'm not gonna be alive for long. Well, shit. Why? I feel like either I'm gonna die by my own hand or someone else is gonna do it. Do you have a therapist that you can contact? Wow.
help, but their extreme unwillingness to
No. Maybe see if you can find one or talk to your family. Is therapy expensive in Canada?
willingness to put
Even
in
your general doctor can help. Yeah, it was like 120 for my last visit.
any of the work that they
To your general doctor or therapist? My therapist.
can without their
God damn it. Come on. Well, I can give you the money if you need it, but your general family doctor might also be a good option. I'm not seeing a therapist, but I've gone to my general family doctor about certain mental health issues.
therapy or
Do you have a psychiatrist? No. Obviously, they can't cover it to the same extent, but talking to someone might help. Maybe I feel like a lot of this won't even be worth the effort, cause last time I got better, I dipped down again. Boo fucking who.
the help of a psychiatrist. Some of my friends have expressed a worry about how they'll react to me coming forward because they have a tendency to react to things
I had this feeling, but then I started taking some pills instead of a pity party. Sometimes you just need the good stuff. I'm noticing that every cancelled ACC YouTuber is literally just a different flavor of creepshow art. Why would you say something so controversial yet so true, Beetle?
very destructively.
Yeah, that pretty much just sounded like, oh, my life is so bad. Everything sucks. I'm gonna kill myself. Or I will be killed, you know? It's okay to have a bad day, but if you have a friend that comes to you with shit like that always, you become numb to it.
I'll be honest, I have my own worries about
At
that
this point, you're just like, jump.
too, but
Don't make it my problem. Do a backflip.
personally, I'm done catering to this man instead of the people that they've hurt.
Hell
I've been
yeah.
doing that for almost 3 years now, and in that time I've grown up a lot, especially this year, and this is me making the decision to finally say enough. I wanted to get this out a lot sooner than I am, but if I'm just being 100%, writing this script and having to relive everything in such detail has been one of the most difficult things I've done recently.
I try to maintain a fairly calm demeanor in all of my videos, but there are parts of this video that I am extremely upset reliving much of the treatment my friend and I were subjected to. I apologize in advance.
I want to start off by talking about how things were before they got really bad, to show that it already wasn't great, and also to show some patterns that we'll see continue on so you can know how long some of this stuff has lasted. Firstly,
Something I really noticed, many of these people just take it for way too long. Like, it's fine, you know, at first you're like, ah, they're my friend, they're having a bad time. But come on, if it goes over and over again all the time and they don't seek help, then you can fix them, you ain't Bob the Builder.
one of the biggest issues I've come to realize is that feGhost has an extremely hard time respecting the boundaries that other people place. Problems really started to arise in early 2019. Allow me to preface this by saying that feGhost at the time and until very recently was friends with me and my friend Kylie, otherwise known as Clown Teeth, and who previously was known
Clown Teeth.
as Icy Hazard. And
Why do they change their names so much?
A lot of the stories I'm going to tell revolve around our experiences with feGhost and how they have treated us. So, early 2019, Kylie was dealing with a very traumatic, long-lasting, and difficult-to-manage situation regarding romantic relationships. I'm not going to get into specifics of what she was dealing with because that's
Okay.
her story to tell, but Kylie asked me and feGhost to help with the situation and reaching a resolution with some of the people involved in her situation. However, over the course of planning things and making the necessary connections, feGhost had several moments that made us think he was not a good candidate for being a mediator in anything. The straw that broke the camel's back was
Oh gee, probably someone who has very little dating experience is bad as a mediator in a dating situation. I'm shooketh.
when feGhost would not let up on an argument with me in a group chat regarding whether or not it was okay to spread rumors about someone being into incest of child characters in meme form. I was of the opinion that it wasn't, and they thought it was perfectly fine and harmless. After arguing an obnoxiously long time and
I remember when this guy existed, then he randomly left.
not getting anywhere, I cut the argument off for the day and the group chat was deleted, but feGhost decided to start things
Doesn't negate the fact that it was a big enough deal for... Ah, okay, it's censored. Doesn't negate the fact that already recognized the disclaimers weren't doing much. It was a big enough deal for to want to confront her. No spoilers, Mr. Gamer. No spoilers. There will be the rope next time. Or you're going through the cage. It wasn't that damaging to the point where she needed to delete things. Except that it was spreading a rumor and people believed her. It's just irresponsible to instantly meme things like does. And on that note, took action on his behalf. And from what I've seen, it has only been bothered by the fact that his ex was involved, not with Alright, where can I see that? I can't say for sure, but he hasn't replied to his YouTube comment. That's a reach then. He was obviously bothered enough to comment in the first place. True, but there's also the fact that the video is still up and didn't demand it to be taken down. If it was actually that bad, I'm fairly certain would be the type to confront directly about it and have a conversation, but we don't know if he did or didn't. And stop trying to use this, well, didn't get super mad, so you shouldn't either defense, since one, I got mad at for being a human shit on Twitter. And second, you yourself denoted that you've become desensitized to people making horrible claims about you. So does this mean people shouldn't do it? No. I was trying to use that as an example, as there's worse things that people can be accused of. Listen, there are worse things you can be accused of. You could be accused of murder. Liking incest of a cartoon character isn't that big of a deal when you look at the ocean of accusations out there. And even then, it's mentioned in jest. The vast majority of people will pick up on that.
Back up and again in my DMs the next morning, and when the same thing was happening, I told them to stop or I was going to block them. They didn't, and so I did. So feGhost went to Kylie.
Oh, so I guess I'm out of the conversation. Great. Y'all just need to chill for fuck's sake. I'm done with this shit. I'm down to be chill. It's just that it's an argument instead of a conversation. I'd be fine if Delulu didn't get all in your face about it and block me. Like, if she's right, she's right. But it's an argument based on morals. And they are subjective. Plus, there's a bunch of unknowns in the situation. Fake. I said it's done. Stop. No. You know, if you have the last word in an argument, you win.
And ejected themselves from helping her simply because I reinforced the boundary that I set pretty clear.
Yeah, Mr. Gamer, true chat would actually say. Beatles, no! Cloudy, hi!
and then tried to spin it in a way that made it sound like I was down their throat in the situation when you can see I was very...
I was trying to use it as an example. As there's worse things that people can be... Okay, like, that's a horrible defense. There are worse things out there, and even though some will believe, it won't most won't.
When challenging ideas as awful as the reckless libel is okay because there's worse accusations that could have been made.
Guys, oh god, I remember there was one guy who was like, you know, there are worse things to be accused. There, what was it? It's not the worst thing that happened, you know, just because you abused someone. Think of the Holocaust.
And I wasn't even the one who...
Okay, didn't really appreciate you calling me stupid and retarded. I would guess with the R. And all that, when I was pretty clear I wasn't dropping any kind of insults. I didn't call you that. I called you stupid for thinking calling someone stupid and saying someone's into incest were comparable. I think you called me retarded once, but I don't have any evidence or screenshot to back that up, so... But that's beside the point. I'm not good at arguing with people. I think I should be pretty clear right now, then stop arguing with people. Yep.
Started up the debate again, but fine. After having to be told by Kylie to drop it, because I guess me reinforcing my boundaries twice wasn't enough, they'd...
Hi, that's alright. What did I walk into here? What? Hello? Hello, we're digging up old corpses again. We're summoning the ghost of dramas past. And today we talk about feGhost. Which is a dangerous name for me to say.
decided that they wanted...
But to be fair, I have the green card. I can do it.
Back in.
Even if it sounds wrong.
They decided that they were complicating things too much with their rash decision making and wanted to cut off their involvement, which feGhost continued to...
Hey, what's the word on the talk? It's really not a concern for ya. Why? Since you aren't really involved with it now. Well, I was, until I was kind of ejected from it because of majority rules. Imagine people are like, yeah, we don't want you in this conversation, and then you're just like, hey, so how's this conversation going? But it has nothing to do with you. Well, it has. I was there until you all decided I shouldn't.
Push even after, which understandably frustrated Kylie.
Oop. I'm an old lady. Keep them on the thing a little longer. Bruh.
This wasn't even the first time that feGhost had specifically
Who gave you a green card? My gayness.
Pushed a boundary regarding being asked not to get involved with a situation. There was another situation in March of the same year involving a lot of Kylie's friends that needed to be handled quickly because it was getting out of hand and a bunch of people...
That's right, Pimenta. Better stay quiet and let people think you're stupid than to open your mouth and confirm their suspicion. See? Dude, don't say Beetlejuice. Okay, feGhost 3 times. feGhost, feGhost, feGhost.
were getting involved, not even knowing what was happening, and people were threatening to take...
So some cheeky little shit has been pulling exactly what this time on a friend of mine. 1, claim they hate drama, yet cause drama. Many such cases. 2, claim they are not spiteful, but goes out of their way to shit talk about friend to their other friends. Also many such cases. 3, twist context about friend around to try to look morally superior. 4, uses excuses while they are so mean and shitty to people. 5, uses goons to harass friend. 6, friend cannot publicly vent without the goons attacking them because they assume any vent is about sad shit. Too respectfully, it sounds like you're saying a different word when you say feGhost. God damn it. 7, acts like a victim whenever friends' followers call the shit out. 8, the shit and the goons have the audacity to hold past mistakes that have been resolved over the friend's head. After seeing all that go down, all I gotta say is, that's it, I'm getting me mullet. If any of them try to harass my friend again over this or anything else, I won't hesitate to call them out. I swear on me mom.
Very minute squabbles public, and she asked me to be there just...
Hey boy, I see once pull you in the call. I'll be the moderator in there. I'm not really in a stable mindset right now. Maybe in a few minutes? Alright, give yourself a few minutes to get into one. Because she really wants to talk about things right now, and I think it would be best it was handled right now. I know, Delulu, just give me a bit. Aight. Okay, let me in.
Well, she tried to contain the situation, and I don't know what it is with this hero complex stuff.
The goon is over 9,000!
But feGhost decided that
But what do you want me to do, You don't have to do anything, I just want you to be okay. Of course, of course, of course. Jesus Christ, stop. Stop with this, I'm trying to fix things. KKKKK. Nobody wants to talk to me. Cry harder. I don't know.
this situation that had nothing to do with them was actually all about them, and really just...
feGhost, I'm sorry. I'm seriously in the middle of drama storm, trying to clear misinformation and so many things. And I can't be involved at all. If you want me to get you into this call, I can, but this part right now is hard. I think it's beyond that point. Beyond? I spent this entire night doing nothing, and now I'm tired. Pretty sure it's not worth it to get me in, because what does it matter now? If I'm just gonna be clueless for the rest of the call, then stop crying about it. Jesus.
So that nobody can...
Are we talking hired goons or goonera? Gooneras. The hired goons. Wait, is it feGhost, not feGhost? No, it's feGhost. feGhost. You know what I mean?
Cared about them because they weren't invited to help contain the situation, and looking back, honestly...
I talked to, but I'm pretty sure she hates me now, so lol. Jesus. I was having an experience just there being completely alone, and was just text, and I couldn't read anything on my monitor. Fun. I really wanted someone to talk to, but well, I'm not that good at mediating. feGhost, I'm sorry. Things just keep piling up. There's anything you need me to do? I don't know, but I'm gonna go and sleep this horrible fucking night off. Good night.
Displayed some of the most guilt-trippy behavior I've ever seen. Even during the time of this later situation, I even tried to help.
But whether it was intended or not does not negate the fact that you did, in fact, manipulate things in a way that put you in a sympathetic light. The action of manipulating someone in a clever or unscrupulous way. That literally does not mention intent. Those are two definitions of manipulation. Oh wow, we got the definitions out. Woo, let's go. Okay, and I've never tried to cleverly manipulate facts or anything. Just because you do it in a retarded way doesn't mean you don't do it. Or try it. And yet you did. I can't keep track of shit like you do, okay? Okay, and I don't have time to keep a logbook of screenshots or constantly fact-check myself. If that's the case, then you need to be smarter about what you say. Because it can be very manipulative, like it was with you. Snurf, snurf, they won't talk to me. Exactly, this is what it feels like.
Help feGhost realize some of the manipulative behavior they were displaying that was making things really difficult to push through. And of course
That's okay. I'm not a manipulative person. Maybe not intentionally, but at times you have been. Maybe with the way you see it, but intent has a large factor in actually manipulating people. I've never had more intent with my conversations with Icy. Most manipulators don't try to be manipulative, believe it or not. What? Manipulation and malintent isn't for the forefront of their mind. Stop fucking with me! Bruh.
that didn't go well because
It's feGhost. feGhost? Whose video are watching now? Julie.
Because feGhost was so obsessed with their intentions while completely ignoring the actual effect that they were having on a thing that was supposed to be helping.
Bruh. Seriously, I need to stop with this outlogicing stuff. Like, I'm not trying to do anything bad to Icy. I know that, but I'm calling what you did what it is. And you always put fact in front of shit that I'm trying to do right. I'm literally giving you the chance to recognize that behavior and fix it. I've been trying to fix it for half of my goddamn life. Well, yeah, then you do a shitty job.
Helping Kylie with a situation that was, again, very traumatic to her. Once again, I understand.
No one likes to think of themselves as bad person, which, in some cases, can lead to us failing to evaluate the effect of our actions when we become too focused on our intent or over our impact. feGhost failed to understand this.
That mental health struggles can push you to do some questionable things. I literally gave them the
Just making sure stuff with icy and don't sweat. Yeah, why am I never able to do anything? Oh, shut up, cry me a goddamn river. I have done virtually nothing but yell at my girlfriend tonight. Why do you yell at your girlfriend? Sorry, man, what a great way to spend the night. And I can tell people don't like me. It's fine. It's not that. I thought this was feGhost. I was confused by the voice because I don't remember them sounding like that. Yeah, they don't sound like that. This is Julie talking about feGhost and talking about why they need to leave.
suicide hotline because they were freaking me out like this when...
So that, what could it be? I wasn't thought of or anything like that because it turns out I get forgot about a lot, so I'm used to it. You aren't forgotten. Literally the main character. I'm sure of it. We're just dealing with the situation right now and it's working with what people we have currently. I'm literally just there with Icy because she felt like I was a good moderator. She's taking me with her to the people involved so we can just handle the situation quickly. We're not forgetting you, dude. Icy's just been going through this stuff all afternoon and I was talking to her about it. I was going to do something about it until blocked me, so yeet, ha ha ha. He unblocked you.
Reminder, I was only 16 years old and knew that...
Oh. He unblocked you. Another night wasted doing nothing, haha, yes, yes. Maybe be productive, I don't know what to tell you. It's nothing personal with you. Okay, cool. I know you don't mean that. Yes, yes. Please, don't do anything irrational. Gaga. Great. Great conversation. Here's the CSPS number. You have the suicide hotline, don't know what to tell you.
They needed someone to talk to that wasn't a fucking minor on the internet. But as you'll see, it gets worse. Unfortunately, all of my advice seemingly fell on deaf ears because when feGhost asked...
I miss you, like a lot. I don't know what happened. Hey, sorry, I've just been thinking a lot and taking time for myself to think. It's alright. I've just been thinking about a lot that happened these past few months. I'm not really comfortable talking to you due to things that have happened. What's wrong?
Why Kylie had been so distant, Kylie basically said that they didn't feel comfortable talking with them after all the trouble they were causing, especially with the guilt tripping.
The stuff that happened with Dulu. When I told you I didn't appreciate the guilt tripping after I was trying to fix a situation, you weren't around, wanting to be involved in things when I said not to.
Over not being allowed to help, which was honestly becoming a pattern at this point. And instead of respecting that decision and just apologizing, in response to Kylie simply saying they were uncomfortable with the manipulation, feGhost went on a diatribe.
Oh my god. Of course, giant text. Let me take a sip. Honestly, I never wanted to guilt trip you in any kind of way. But that point in time, I was actually solely focused on giving you the help you needed to go in there and help in a way I could because I genuinely want the best for you. Mama knows best. I had a few bumps after a couple of weeks, both IRL and online, and from that point on my mental health took a blow. Not a big one, but big enough to make a dent in my whole psyche. I don't know if I'm guilt-tripping you now by saying this, absolutely. But really wanna make sure I'm not guilt-tripping by saying any of this. If you just say, hey, if you just put on your whole thing, and then you say, I'm not guilt-tripping by the way, doesn't mean you're not guilt-tripping. Hate to tell ya. But I genuinely did wish the best for you. I was so against the idea of being left out because I wanted to be there every step of the way. But seeing you favor Dulu over me and not being there really crushed me. How dare you ask someone else for help? I thought we were friends. You cheated on me. I slipped down way too far with that whole defending a meme kinda thing, and while the contents of that argument don't matter to me in the slightest anymore, what happened because of it really drove me to despise what happened. I genuinely didn't want to bring up my state of being, but ever since the whole shitstorm happened, I've really been off the rails. I haven't done anything to help myself because I've been thinking over and over about if I'm guilt-tripping people or not by talking to them about my stuff or whatever I'm doing. Brother, if you need my brother, my sister from another mother, if you need to think that much about if you're actually guilt-tripping, then you have a problem. I'm forcing myself to be apathetic and not cause a shitstir, even though I'm still mad, upset, or sad, or anything. I genuinely did not know what I was guilt-tripping you in that time frame. That entire time, I just wanted to be there throughout all of it, and that was it. But now, the outcome doesn't matter to me as much. Wow, you cheated on me. Did you never have a best friend, and then suddenly they have another friend, and they do things without you? Crazy, right? I'm disinterested in a lot of things because of this mindset I kinda forced onto myself. I want to see this whole thing through and try to bring things around, but considering it's been months and I still can't bring anyone around to even agreeing with me on this, I just want to say sorry. After this whole text, it doesn't feel like you're sorry. I'm trying really hard not to be guilt-trippy, but even now, as I'm saying all this, I know how it can come off as guilt-tripping, but I'm totally not guilt-tripping. I swear I would never guilt-trip. I genuinely don't know how I can word any of this without it coming off as feel bad for me, please. But that's not what I want you to do. This whole text is just feel bad about me because I wasn't involved. You cheating on her chat with other spurks. I have the evidence in the doc. No, you don't. I know I messed up with things and expressed most of that to Dulu, but I'm not gonna get anywhere if everyone's still going to be mad and upset at me for this long. Guys, she just wanted to be involved. I expect nudes too in many cases. Bruh. How dare you not send me your nudes? I'm depressed. It's my birthday. I will kill myself. This is literally just a whole text of lot or nothing aside from how dare you ask someone else to be a mediator in your drama when you have me, the most rational person around.
Tribe about how they didn't want to guilt trip her. In between guilt tripping, feGhost decided that Kylie was playing favorites and talked about how crushed they felt.
How dare you have a favorite friend? Just friends, I'm having a bad day, send titty pics. Bro, my homie sends nudes and I'm beating their ass.
Kylie choose me over him, as if we weren't just trying to get through a stressful situation that they were actively inhibiting the resolution of. And worst of all,
honestly, it's such a yap from feGhost. It is. It really is. Like I said, it's just a whole lot of, oh, I'm not guilt-tripping. I'm not guilt-tripping. By the way, I'm doing really bad. You choose another friend over me and I was really sad. Might kill myself. Haha. But I'm not guilt-tripping.
Right after saying for the millionth time that they aren't trying to bait forgiveness by trying to make her feel bad for them, they immediately say that they're not going to grow or get better if the people they affected aren't going.
Oh. Wait, is this another one? No, this one takes me. I know I messed up with things, and I expressed most of that to Dulu, but I'm not gonna get anywhere if everyone is still mad and upset with me for this long. Oh yeah, if you're still mad at me, I won't get better anytime.
Going to stop being mad at them for what they did, which is S-tier guilt tripping, and honestly makes everything they said about not trying to guilt trip completely void. Like, stop. Let me just pause to say this. You are never responsible for another person's growth or well-being, and putting the responsibility of that on another person in order to get forgiveness for the hurt you caused is blatant manipulation. And
oh yeah.
I wish that I
hello, Lyle. Bruh. I'm summoning the ghosts of the past.
Understood this back when feGhost started perpetuating this idea back when I was just 16, because I fell for it. If someone tries to guilt compassion from you, they're not being genuine, run. From this...
Yes, you make an appearance later on! We also will go over the call. Why? Because it's funny.
Hope you can see how you learn very quickly that dealing with feGhost, even when you're being as calm and as nice as possible, is extremely difficult. Not if you're letting them have their way, but if you reinforce any boundary or
Many such cases, many such cases. If you reinforce a boundary, you just want other friends. This is a ghost that belongs in hell. Straight up down there.
confront them about any harm they've done in any way, it's never an easy situation. This is kind of where this particular series of events ends, but I want you to keep in mind a lot of the behavior displayed by feGhost as we're moving forward. So
the feGhost of RCC past. Yes, exactly that.
Now comes the time when I have to talk about what made everything a lot worse and get into a story that's extremely dark. And honestly, looking back, it still doesn't even feel real. I'm gonna try and tell—
Knowing Avi sabotaged the call, I am very angry about it now. Well, they did. Wait, this implies there's feGhost of ACC present and ACC yet to come. Lio, who is the ghost of ACC's future? Who is the ghost of ACC yet to come? Lio is the ghost of ACC present.
Tell this as matter-of-factly as possible just so I can get through it. So I'm sorry if I sound emotionless while going through things. So back in mid-2019, a random Twitter profile appeared accusing feGhost of multiple crimes, including—
You have feGhost's response to the first video? I only have the follow-up from Julie where they talk about how feGhost lied. I couldn't find the one that feGhost did himself. Herself. Fuck! Another $1 for the misgenderer. I am the ghost of ACC yet to come. It was not good. Lio, do you have by any chance feGhost's response video? It would be crazy. Who's the present ponder? Need to figure out all the ghosts of the ACC.
including sending illicit pictures to minor under the age of consent, being sexual with their ex, who I'm not going to name here, there's no reason—
God. Another wall of text. I am an old woman, don't scroll so fast.
Kyle appeared accusing feGhost of multiple crimes, including sending—
In high school, Feg and Jay had a good friendship, but that changed after a house party where feGhost pressured Jay and her friend to do sexual acts after he locked the door to a bedroom in the house. The friend of Jay took her own life later in 2015. Suddenly, Jay lost contact. Present in Mali. Okay, that's fair. With feGhost, he didn't seem too distressed about it the next time she talked to him.
illicit pictures to minor under the age of consent, being
Another user came forward to us about their encounter with feGhost on Kik, a messaging app. He proceeded to solicit the user for nudes, despite them telling feGhost they were 15. He then sent them a dick pic, and he was blocked.
Sexual with their ex, who I'm not going to name here.
The list he's referring to is apparently a list of his contact information on a private Discord server, where he holds contests for artists. We don't know of any other victims from this server, but please, if you've been preyed on by feGhost, please come forward.
There's no reason to. While she was under the age of consent.
The last victim we know of is supposedly in a relationship with him. And from an inside trusted source, we discovered he's been grooming this victim since they were 15. feGhost was 19. feGhost has been grooming this person for 3 years.
And sexually assaulting 2 girls and
They have been explicit in chats, and he has sent her explicit pictures while she was underage.
Bedroom. It tagged quite a few people, so Kylie B, otherwise known as Ponder Sprocket, and I decided to look into things and reach out to
Pretty little schemers. Here, we can discuss, since Kylie and I have been doing that for a minute. Right as I DM her. XD.
feGhost to see exactly what was happening. After a bit of looking into things, we recognized the dog.
Basically, I'm worried that someone is in Feg's Discord. If they are going to see us chatting, and they're going to know we're onto them. How old is Feg anyways? He's 21. He's talking about things in FC, if that's okay. Why are people so weird? Because reasons. Okay, so probably on the internet for way too early, way too long. Okay, so I told him to make a new temporary account and add me, and I'll verify it's him. Just hope he does it. And I screenshotted everything he said in FC. So if you want to delete it, you can. Alright, yes. He says he can do it.
Dog showed screenshots of feGhost's conversation with their ex from the perspective of their Discord account, which led us to realize that
when you're in class, can you listen? Unfortunately not right now. I'll give you the rundown in DMs. It's lecture day in AP Calc. Okay, Fortnite dance. Holy.
that they'd been hacked. Some of you may remember in 2019 there was
The power of Donkey Kong compels you. Hello all, Discord update for whoever my mutuals are. You know who you are. My old Discord account has been deleted because of a very tense and very stressful situation that's on its way to being resolved. For whoever wants to add me, my new account is feGhost. Thanks to Empty Buki, Wambu Chuchu, and Icy Hazard for helping me deal with this.
Which prompted feGhost to have to create a new Discord profile. This was that situation. After getting feGhost's new account.
Oh no, Dulu added feGhost. Alright, here's his new account. Hi!
To the group, we eventually found out that someone that feGhost used to know in real life, who we'll call Jay, had broken into their house and took an old phone of theirs in order to get access to their accounts and fabricate evidence of then sending porn to a minor under the age of consent.
Of course. As one does.
Because the messages came literally right before the exposed doc was made and were, again, taken from feGhost's perspective. Jay was not the story's account, however. That person was just an accomplice who was helping in the effort to ruin their reputation. By the end of one of the days,
because you've committed libel and allegedly broke into his house to get his old phone that she used to hack into his accounts and fake child grooming scenes. Yeah, she used his phone, but she got permission from his other friend. His other friend isn't the owner of the house or the phone. Has no authority. You just admitted to me that committed burglary.
Early on, I had actually gotten into DMs with the story's account in which they literally ratted out on themselves and
they get not permission to fake scenarios in order to publicly frame him for being a child predator. He shouldn't have left his phone at home then. You shouldn't have admitted to both of you are guilty of crimes.
Jay for breaking the law, and both fabricating evidence as well as stealing their phone. Things quieted down publicly after that specific night, but the situation actually continued through November of that year. Prior to November though, Jay
woke up to this. Good news! They found Jessica cooped up in a homeless shelter last night.
Ran away from their
also an email from the police, but it has my personal info in it.
Home and was put under a missing persons report, and they were found later, arrested for burglary.
She has then been charged with breaking and entering and burglary. I'm a happy man today.
But before she really served any time in jail, we found out that she actually
I just caught Vincent killed herself. Wow. I don't know what to say. Yeah, like holy shit. What? I don't know. I feel like jumping out of a fucking window. Definitely do not. I love they just learned that someone killed themselves. apparently. And feGhost first replies, I don't know, I feel like jumping out of a fucking window.
Actually committed suicide, and none of us knew how to process that. At that point, all of us just stopped talking about the situation entirely because, like, what was there even to say at that point? However, in November, another...
Hey guys, update. Yeah? I also have feGhost personal info. Of course you have. God damn it. Those people really don't know how to keep their information private, do they? So one of the accomplices and back with other things trying to take down Fag. I'm gone over it. Based on the wording, it looks like someone was close to Jay. Fag thinks it might have been... Yes, but I'm not handing it out without clearance. That's good, as you should, as you should. We're all about keeping information private. I don't even want to know the information of most of these people.
Individual who was a friend of feGhost and Jay came forward with a paste bin that was basically...
Oh man, I'm not home. Post notes in chat, please.
Just a list of testimonies about various wrongdoings that feGhost had allegedly committed, and nothing else happened after that. However, something that is absolutely crucial to why I no longer talk to feGhost and want to make this video is that there's no easy way to say this next part. As I said, another allegation made in the doc, as well as the paste bin later on, was one of Jay alleging that
Dude, that reminds me of this one time we were at a house party and oh god, no. Okay, so we were at the house party for a friend going away on vacay for like a month, right? Yeah. And then he got me and to follow him up the stairs and we were like, what the fuck? Okay, haha. Cause we were drunk and stuff, you know? And then after we get into the room, he goes, pretty cool if I flashed you both right now. And he fucking dropped his pants and showed us his dick, which was super fucking disgusting. He has like one of those shrivel dicks. Super gross. And was like, nope, I'm getting out of here. But he locked the door on us. We just laughed uncomfortably for like 20 minutes. As he like felt me up. I've never been more disgusted in my life than at that moment.
feGhost sexually assaulted her while making another girl, who we'll call A, watch after...
Sooner or later, everyone's info will be out there. All it'll take for someone, for once politician, to properly be cyberbullied and they make it law. Lie or no? Thank you for the meme. Fishy. Say no to feGhosts. I do not smoke the ghosts, I swear. I only smoke the berry.
They're trapping them both in a room with them. A was said to...
May I help you? Yes. Hello. Hi. Where's Liam? Could ask the same for you. Beginning a conversation B had with Ramen J to prove this account was real.
To have later committed suicide, and the paste bins to be...
Sexual abuse. Liam has a problem with getting high or drunk around his friends. This should have been a red flag when me and a couple friends started inviting him to parties and social gatherings. Yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more pain. Say no to feGhost. At first he was the fun type of drunk who gave fucks and was fairly chill, but over time he became increasingly sexual towards girls and sometimes guys. We didn't take too much notice because he hadn't done anything over the line and we let him continue. This was a mistake because by the time of summer 2015 rolled around, he locked himself in a room with 2 trans girls at a party and proceeded to touch them both sexually. According to their testimonials, he said he found the idea of a girl having a dick hot and fondled one of them while making the other watch. This obviously traumatized both of them, and he told them both to stay quiet about that night and not to tell anyone about it, or he would have to do something. Please enunciate strongly. The way you say Liam sounds very close to how you say Liam. Excuse me! God damn it. Now even Lio comes in here and mocks me for my accent. They were both trapped in not telling anyone until later in 2016 when one girl, let's call her A, took her own life and told about the accuse that took place that night in her suicide note. Her parents tried to sue Liam because there wasn't any direct correlation between him and A's suicide. The authorities let him go. He went silent after the lawsuit, and we presumed he was getting treatment for his behavior.
Speculates that feGhost was mentioned in the note, or at the very least the abuse was. Some may think that seems implausible because they think justice would have come of it, but I believe that's an ignorant view to take on the matter, as the sentencing rate for silence is extremely low in both the US and
Liam. No, it's Liam. Otherwise it would be written Liam.
and in Canada, where feGhost is from. Made even worse.
Listen, it's not my fault that Americans say names weirdly.
The fact that the victims, J and A, were said to have been trans women who the law is already incredibly unkind to. And I brought this up to them to ask to clarify if this was just another lie or if they could expand upon what was being talked about, and I'll never forget how they responded in the call, because to this day it sends such a chill up my spine. feGhost said, "I was hoping you guys wouldn't ask about that," and admitted to...
Oh no, alright, here's his new account. Hi. Basically, fake. There are screenshots of your convos with Wally from your perspective.
being drunk and not only locking both girls in the room with them and groping Jay, who was drunk and couldn't
No, I mean, it's like notes from the call, what you guys discuss. Like any points or updates? Ponder answers, I've discussed what's in the paste bin with fake. With regards to the interaction between Fake, J, and A, Fake and J were drunk. A was not, and Fake states that there was groping involved. A confronted him about it the next night. Fake does admit to trying to get both girls to keep quiet about it. This happened 2015, last year of high school. What about the death threats and cheating?
consent, while the other girl was sober and had to sit and watch, but they also admitted to keeping both girls silent on the matter. feGhost also admitted the acts at a later date when the other individual came forward with the situation in the form of the paste bin. The assault happened in
It's not about your Baroness accent, it's about the fact that I didn't do the freak behavior this creep did and don't want anyone confusing it. I will make sure to watch to say no name that sounds that could sound similar to your name, Mr. Lio Convoy.
2015, which, mind you, is when feGhost became
The bad Lio, not the good Lio. The bad Liam, not the good Leo.
legal adult. Both the Google Doc and the paste bin contain half-truths, like mentioning that Jay killed herself but not mentioning that she was in jail at the time with no contact to anyone. And the doc, as far as I'm aware, does straight up lie with fabricated evidence of...
If you shorten the name, it's just a slur. God damn it.
a fake offense regarding sending illicit photos to a child. But the fact of the matter is that feGhost admitted to the assault and trying to keep both girls quiet about what they did. They're a sex offender who clearly permanently altered these girls' lives for the worst. And this is something that feGhost has tried to keep me silent on ever since.
Hey, have you told anyone else about the thing that I told you? I told you guys a while ago? Question mark. You know, the thing involving a drunk me in a bedroom. That's a fun way to say, yeah, when I sexually assaulted... when I said I sexually assaulted two girls, you know? No? Okay, just want to make sure.
Both in VCs and in tech.
Do stop saying the F slur, you've summoned me already. I got the pass! Speaking of G.I. Joe, there's a laser tag arcade opening half an hour from me that themed after the franchise. Hell yeah. I'm coming over.
Which, mind you, isn't a trend that started because of this. This is something that feGhost has done to me as far back as early 2019. Whenever we would have an altercation or anything, if I was in a shared space on Discord, like in a server or anything, they would find where I was and join, staying completely silent just to make sure I wasn't saying anything. And
yeah, gotta keep an eye on your friend, you know? Keep your... What is it saying? Keep your enemies close, your friends even closer? No, your friends close, your enemies even closer.
Better yet, after I dropped them and started warning some of my friends, I found out that they also did this.
Especially cause in 2019, I and a couple of others found out he did something really bad in his past. Because of some crazy situation happening in his life that we need to help him with. And then he actively checked in to make sure I was keeping silent on it for years. He did that to me once too, bruh. But not really to that extent. What was it? But I remember, like, way back then, when I joined some calls in Ponder server, he would immediately join and say nothing and ask if I talk about anything he said. And he would stay the entire time I was there. But I feel that that only happened once or twice. Was it related to bullying? No, it was worse.
To another person who was even younger than me, back when they—
What is this? More pain, Gerald. More pain. I'm digging out more corpses. I punched them once more. This is about feGhost. Another one who was involved with the ACC, mentioned in the FCK drama for a moment just for talking to Kumu and then being later like, yeah, I regret talking to you, you suck. And so I found this funny little rabbit hole here.
They were a minor, and the fact that they listed the exact type of behavior that I experienced without me even telling them that was something feGhost did freaked me out. As far as this situation in particular goes, nothing really came of it, and I'll get into why later, but for now we need to move on to a situation that really showed how things got worse.
Why were you even still friends with him? $1 for the misgender jar. Listen, it's still here, okay?
After this, going to fast forward to a pretty egregious series of events that took place early this year just to keep things moving and kind of relevant to what we just talked about. Some of you may remember a big situation kicking off in the beginning of the year involving Call Me Carson, Stay With Me, in which
oh no, not Call Me Carson.
With a minor, which getting nudes from a minor is illegal. I bring this up because feGhost was projecting their previous relationship in which their partner was a minor when they started dating and was basically going crazy thinking that the two situations were one and the same. So that honestly made me really wary. It was—
oh yeah, listen, it's exactly the same, you don't know.
So around this point that I really started to question feGhost's past and how it made me feel, as I'd grown up a lot and became a legal adult myself and had also been sexually harassed by guys online while I was a minor still, actually. It's not as uncommon as we'd like to think it is, especially for more femme-presenting people like myself, so it had me thinking, but I wasn't sure how to go about taking action on any of my feelings, and I didn't want to confront feGhost in a time when they were so mentally unwell. I did, however—
Wonder how Feg is doing. Video premiered today, and Feg was being super weird in Chattelmau. Not great, he was having a panic attack the whole time. I think he was already on edge because of the Call Me Carson shit. He was fully convinced he was a bad person. I think the only way he'd be a bad person if sent him nudes when she was a minor. I don't know if she did, I didn't ask. Oh, alright.
Confide in Kylie about my feelings while we talked
I
about
hope
the
she didn't.
situation, since she was the only other person
Yeah, cause that would be bad.
who knew
Really bad.
exactly what had happened that I could talk.
I'll be really mad if that turns out to be the case, since we specifically asked him to if that happened doing the stuff with her, and he said no.
To on the daily. Fast forward another month and feGhost irresponsibly made—
Okay, what are she supposed to pronounce it? I said it out loud and got weird looks at the store. Don't say the name in the store.
what at the time appeared to be a suicide tweet. Having his phone number, Kylie was able to reach them and get them to clear up what had happened. I'll have their explanation up on the screen right now.
Oh god. Come on, come on, give it to me, give it to me. So, to explain my headspace from last night, I got really frustrated at work and had a massive headache. To note, I'm not suicidal in any way. I've only ever been in that state once in my life before, so I asked about painkillers and they gave me a bottle of ibuprofen type stuff. I took a handful and took him. and instantly regretted it, cause I realized that was way too much. Instead of 2 or 3, I think I took 10? I can't remember. And the next thing that happened was kind of foggy. I remember going back to my workstation and losing consciousness about. How are you too stupid to take ibuprofen?
And I'll have their explanation up on the screen right now.
10 to 15 minutes later, I made a tweet, meaning to be funny in an ironic sense, like, oh boy, here I go, taking a bunch of pills, I hate my life, kind of thing, but now that I look back on it, really low IQ move here. You think? I'm alright now, some stomach problems, but I will be alright, thank you. I hope you had diarrhea for weeks.
Now, they were understandably upset with the panic caused.
To anyone who reached out, I know you're all concerned for my safety and I really appreciate it once again. I'm really sorry that it came off as me trying to make an attempt. I wouldn't be on Twitter if it wasn't that state. I'm sorry to everyone who was worried. Very funny. Very funny. For someone who was always like, oh, I want to kill myself.
And I basically just said, yeah, I understand that.
Understandable. I've distanced since he had that breakdown about being a groomer because I'm sus he got nudes from her when she was 17. Yeah, I still don't know about that. Honestly, I just avoided it. Probably shouldn't have.
I've been keeping my distance, which, as you know, we had discussed prior. This time, however, Kylie decided to confront feGhost.
Yes, you can move the captions. See? I'm probably big stupid right now. No, you're not. It's okay. Shh. I just don't feel comfortable with him. Low-key want to just come clean with him. I don't blame you, honestly. I'd say for it when he's more awake and stable, because knowing him, it's gonna be a roller coaster. Pops! I'm just gonna see how things go tomorrow if it's okay. Commentary hell has to bait rapists. No.
feGhost about the situation herself, which is something I also wanted to do once I had the time. I bet we can all see where this is going. Kylie confronted them and...
I do want to be more honest about things. There's things I would like to ask, but I don't want to put you on the spot if you're uncomfortable. Alright, sure, go ahead. If you want me to stop, just tell me and I will. It's regarding when you were dating. You probably can see where this is going. Yeah, what about it? Did anything sexually happen between the two of you before she was 18? No, why? It was just something eating away at me and I avoided it until last night when I was spiraling. I'm not trying to cause anything, I just remember a lot of shit when you were going through hell and I just needed an answer so I wouldn't feel guilty.
asked if they had done anything sexual with their ex while she was a minor, and feGhost straight up lied and said no, which we have evidence to prove against.
Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure he's lying about not doing anything sexual with her before she was 18, because I remember him saying during November that, knows it's not November, but she's being such a temptress. Fuck. Oh my fucking god, I forgot about this. What is behind the spoiler?
I'm not going to show that because this isn't about her, nor was it illegal because she was the age of consent. Point is, they lied. So I already lost.
I told him I was gonna lay low, to think about things. He's worried I'm never going to talk to him again. Like, I don't know what to fucking do at this point. At this point, you don't fucking care about how he feels. Did he say that to you? Basically, yeah. I deal with this later.
Lost trust from feGhost because of that, but decided I would deal with everything when I got home from an out-of-state vacation I was on. However,
yes, Q, what is it? What do you want? Do I have an idea for you? What is it, Q? I don't know if I'm looking forward to hear.
I didn't get the chance to do that, even though Kylie told them.
Alright, do you trust me? I do. I'm just trying to think this through. Like, I don't know what I should say to you. It's a lot of process. I'm still trying to process it myself. Commentary hell tier list. Lolcow tier list. Okay, that actually sounds funny. Okay. Your Q is cooking. Okay, I put it on my list. I'm still trying to process it myself. I'm probably gonna delete this next message, but gotta say real fast, I won't lie to you. Dulo has been sus of you, thinking you got nudes from her when she was 17 is what made me spiral, thinking I avoided talking to you about this. I know, they've been sus of me. Like, I'm scared bringing that up. I'm scared to talk to both of you about this. I don't really care that much, to be honest. I don't care that you think I got nudes of a minor. If they plan on releasing this info, if they plan to doing anything with it, it's their prerogative. If she wanted to talk to you about this, you'd be fine with that? Yeah, sure. Cause when we talked, she implied she wanted to. I'm cleaning right now, but I will be online later if they want to discuss. Hi, Len! I haven't seen a good tier-less stream in ages. Listen, it will come, it will come.
Them about my suspicions when I had the time, to which feGhost told Kylie that they knew I was wary of them, which, yeah, we know.
Yeah, this is the one where they were like, hey, didn't tell anyone about me!
So literally the night I got home, before I even had the chance to come out and lay exactly what my concerns were to them, feGhost decided to take it upon themselves to...
Hey. Oh no, the market player profile picture. Hey, so I don't know that Icy talked to me about. And the whole thing, and I do also know that you were the one that brought it up. I just wanna clear the air and make sure I'm not in imminent shitville because of one reason or another. I know the screenshots you got were the ones from a while ago when you guys were helping me out with the whole situation, which I appreciate. But what I don't appreciate, however, is the suddenness of this being brought back up, for primarily two reasons. I cannot, for the life of me, remember if she sent me CP, and I know for certain that the past few times I asked, she always said no, she hasn't. Hey babe, you ever sent me CP? Hi Blue Yokai! Sorry, making a silly meme, what did I miss? Summoning the ghosts from hell. Second, this seems like a not normal thing to occur out of Icy's venting, out of her justified frustrations. While I get why she was mad, I know she was justified in being mad. I don't, however, understand why you would pick that kind of moment to bring this up, like it's a very underhanded thing to do. Stop fucking messaging me. You literally know nothing about what her and I have been talking about, my thought process or my life situation right now. Don't come at me. I'm not coming at you. I literally just want to know what spurred this on. Maybe don't call me underhanded if you don't now then. The reason I said underhanded is because I thought this was already resolved. Where we left it last time, we talked about it. And no, it's brought to me like it's a pattern or it's an issue now versus back then. I'm sorry, I'm just confused and surprised. I don't want to talk to you right now. I literally just got home from vacation. Don't spare me with shit. I'm not replying and make comments like that. Stop messaging me like I'm already asked you to.
Messaged me both while I was asleep and when I had just woken up the next morning about how they didn't appreciate me being concerned about their past and how it was shrewd and underhanded of me to confide.
Okay, Fag is currently asking for CP. No!
Kylie with that during a moment of frustration with her. So it's again with this pattern of thinking that there's some weird battle between us for Kylie, as though I'm trying to get her to choose one or the other by putting a wrench in their friendship. And before you say that this isn't enough for me to come to that conclusion, this was something that they continue.
Oh my fucking god, he keeps insisting it's not normal that you brought it up. God. I want to fucking die. I've been talking in circles 20 minutes.
To perpetuate in the following month.
He just kept saying over and over that he thought it was not normal for you to bring up the possibility that he had CP when I was venting. Like he couldn't relent on that. Wasn't until I got to click in his mind that he was getting reminded of what happened with and then poof, things started making sense to him. Maybe ask next time instead of coming at me, dumbass. Kept telling him that same answer of how am I supposed to respond to that, and it's not normal thing to bring up. by asking you fuck. Sorry. It's fine. It's infuriating. He seemed to have it in his mind that there was some ulterior motive, after saying over and over there wasn't.
But they refused to drop it to Kylie. feGhost. She's allowed to have friends. And better yet, she's allowed to have
Is this how you get revenge in here? Yes.
friends who don't vibe with you. I just had chosen to discuss with her how I was feeling because you had been making sure I wasn't telling anyone about your past. Although I'm sure you would have rather me just forgotten about it entirely and never...
Yeah, I'm sorry if I find out a friend of mine is someone who admitted to sexually assaulting someone and then being like, yeah, but don't tell anyone. I would be like, fuck right off. Blocked.
brought it up again or think about it in any way that brings consequences to you, right? I know my response here seems aggressive and I seem...
No, this isn't aggressive. This is how it should be.
Angry, and that's because I was frustrated because I already couldn't deal with confronting feGhost about anything, even if I was incredible.
This is them angry and frustrated? Honey. Honey, no. Honey. Baby. No.
Incredibly calm without some shit happening, and it's like now I can't even find the time to confront them without them spamming my DMs and ascribing intent to me first. You'll see I had to reinforce the fact that I was not open to conversation at that moment because I specifically sent this to them to stop.
Oh.
Because they just kept typing. They obliged, but if we've learned anything from their 2019 antics, who do they go to when I reinforce boundaries with them? Kylie. And holy shit, she got the absolute brunt of it. For the following...
If a friend of mine tells me about them as saying someone they aren't a friend and can expect house visit from the police directly after, just saying. Yeah. But he was already with the police or something, so, no. At this point, nothing you can do about it, but I sure as hell don't want to speak to this person anymore.
Month, feGhost was essentially in full manipulation mode. They were pissed that I was...
Why are you still talking to feGhost? If shit goes south, I'm just done. And yeah, when he gets pissed off, it just goes bad. Like me asking him about if anything happened between him and her escalated to him getting mad and questioning why I was even asking in the first place. See, that makes me hella sus. The fact that he gets super mad about even being questioned like, dude, your dad has went to a psych ward over it. I think we have the right to hold your suspicions. Plus, like, you brought it up immediately, unlike me. So he wants to be mad we didn't come to him, but mad that you did, like, pick a lane. Believe me, I was shocked. Like, he went from being his normal voice to just way more aggressive, like, oh, you're over NVC? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. I just told him about the screenshots you sent and how we thought he lied, and then it just shifted. I told him I was concerned, and if things turned out to be true, I would want to know, and it's just why? I knew he was confused as to why it was brought up. I didn't expect him to message you thinking you were trying to keep me away from him, because I made damn clear you wouldn't do that, but I guess here we are.
Refusing to talk to them about my suspicions after the way they came at me upset me. And it's here that we can see a lot of the same behaviors that they showed in 2019. There was a lot of pressure on Kylie from feGhost to stay, as not only did feGhost...
I really don't know at this point. He vented to me about his whole situation, basically thinking he was going to be exposed and it'll happen any day at this point. I don't really know what to tell him, so I just went quiet and started getting paranoid myself, thinking, shit, what if people went after me since I'm so close to him? Exposed for what exactly? Not sure, I'm guessing just things involving, considering he tried messaging you to talk. I'm assuming that it's that thing we talked about. Of course, not my fault he ruined his chances like that. Shrugs. He just got depressed and anxious today because of it. That's my conclusion. I think he read through me because he was asking me in call if I was mad at him or if I was driving himself away from me. I just shrugged it off and told him I was fine. Ugh. Maybe don't be weird to your friends. You don't know what to tell you.
Repeatedly expressed fear that Kylie was going to leave them.
Okay, oh, feGhost again. Okay, I feel like you're not gonna want to talk to me anymore after this. I'm surprised they even still talk to you. I do still want to talk to you because of how close we are. I just need to think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna be more honest from now on. I'm not here to make enemies. I just want everyone to be fine. Right, I'm just trying to be calm, not freak out, think about this logistically. Pray I don't lose friends over it. It's coming over, thank God, so I can ease my head just a bit. You can talk to her about it if you want. I just don't want people I can't trust knowing about this.
To which they later literally told her that she was their only friend.
Wake up. Dark. Sleep. Colorful. Wake up. I wasn't lying when I said you are like my only friend. Hugs. Thank you. Yeah. And that's what feGhost told all their friends. You're my only true friend, don't worry.
But there was a return of them complaining that when friends cut them off for being toxic or...
Yesterday was shit. I still gotta work today and tomorrow. The whole time my manager is gonna be on my ass about XYZ. I'm fucking fed up. All my life, I've been given no time to heal from anything, and there has been nothing I've been able to do about it, because I'm the aggressor, or if I raise my voice a little, I'm the problem, not whoever hurt me. I'm sick of this, always being the case where I'm trying to defend myself, where I have no other incentive than to just bury the hatchet or something. Every single month this shit happens, where I only ever gotta asked if I'm the toxic one, and 9 other times out of 10, people who were in the other friend group say, yeah, you were, and I once again can't do anything about it. Maybe stop being so toxic. All I gotta go to work now, but I just wanna fucking talk, because all this has been grappling my brain like a fucking parasite for weeks now. And if you don't wanna talk, fine, I'll just do something else. So it turns out they only need me for a little bit. You there? Yeah, busy. Good news, I'm getting vaccinated on Monday. It's a great answer. Yeah, but I ain't reading all of it. I will never understand these longest texts. I always just respond, lol, okay. Happy for you, or I ain't reading all this. Happy for you, or sorry that happened. I'll be typing, remove, and just respond.
Problems, they lose the ability to grow as a person. So we're back at putting the responsibility of getting better on other people, on top of everything else they were feeding Kylie, just because I wouldn't talk to them and justify my wariness. Beyond that, they insinuated that I hurt them by even...
I'm the problem, not whoever hurt me. Truly tragic, truly tragic.
Being wary or having suspicions to begin with, and that I was making assumptions and talking shit, which I did.
How else would you subscribe it? I'm not a fucking masterclass when it comes to finding the right words to describe fucking anything. Like, what the hell else am I supposed to do after finding that shit out? Like, oh yeah, I can see what's going on here. Yes, it makes perfect sense. This is not slagging me in the slightest. My first thought after someone coming to me after I talk shit about them and make assumptions, is empathize and be like, oh my bad, sorry, I assumed that about you. Not just tell them to leave me alone and ghost them for weeks and make them even more paranoid. I don't know what else to tell you. Just give me something. I'm so fucking tired of this. I want to be over and done with. But no, I can't, because I made one wrong word choice. I am fucked. Sorry. Goodbye. Just imagine if you said something off to me after a scuff and I ghosted you for a week. And I gotta go to bed soon because I live in an insane asylum. Crazy. Crazy how this works. Honestly, if a friend ghosts me after a week, after a fight, I'd be like, okay.
didn't do. They literally
Some people
made
need their
assumptions about me
space.
when they decided they didn't want to wait to hear what my actual concerns were and continued to perpetuate them to Kylie. I don't understand how you can be out here claiming that I'm the one with ulterior motives by voicing my concerns about you to a mutual friend when you're the only one here pushing that narrative, manipulating the situation to be like I came after you for no reason, and insinuate that we need
If they don't wear grippy socks, they definitely need them.
let you, the sex offender, back in order for you to grow as a person, and how we should really be empathetic and consider how you feel when deciding to be wary about your history of sexual misconduct so that we don't hurt you. You're lucky you never served jail time for that. Hell, you're lucky you're not even on a sex
I can't believe you wouldn't empathize with the dude who said, yeah, I totally groped someone.
offender registry, which you should be. I don't understand how you can even find the gall to say you're not a manipulative person at this point. Like, I'm not manipulative, but also, God, I'm not going to get anywhere if you choose to stay mad at me because I can't do anything to get better without my friends. And also, you're my only friend. But again,
No, you need to... You don't need friends to get better. The sex offender is an insane statement. Based. Definitely based.
I'm not manipulative. I honestly can't tell at this point if feGhost is just lying about not knowing what they're doing or if they've actually diluted.
No one ever asked the opinion of the grippy socks. Do we know if the socks are up to the test? The grippy socks are strong. They're stronger than me.
Themselves into believing that only their intent matters when evaluating what type of person they are and how they treat others. This on top of how they can.
I see. I'm not a predator. I know for a fact I don't like doing shit with underage people, and I don't want to groom anybody or do anything with kids. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to process this. It's very sad that you have to explain this.
And just say they're not a predator with such confidence when they're actively trying to keep someone who knows about them being a sex offender silent and is manipulating the other person who does into feeling bad for them. Something else confusing to me is how they were both mad that I chose not to come to them about my concerns and wouldn't talk to them about it, but also
I can't believe you wouldn't talk to me after I told you I sexually assaulted someone.
got frustrated with Kylie for bringing up her concerns about the exact same thing. That's because I believe what feGhost really wanted is for us to not say anything at all about it ever again and go about life as if we just forgot everything. That's why the second we started reevaluating how we felt about their past as a sex offender and other possibilities
Oh gee, just now?
sexual misconduct as something that we were just sweeping under the rug and ignoring, they viewed ever coming to us for help and telling
I literally didn't say anything about Dulu keeping you away from me. Or anything. I just went to them out of sheer confusion and frustration that they brought up I may or may not have CP. And yeah, I lost my shit. Because who wouldn't after being called a pedophile for years? I'm frustrated now because I have no friends left. And the remaining people are increasingly putting me under scrutiny because of some shit I did in the past. I open up to people. They get pissed about after about a year or two of thinking about it. Then I lose said people, and then I'm the problem. And not to mention, I went to you guys because I literally had no other choice. And now I feel like, well, wasn't that a big fucking mistake? Because of how shit's turning out to be. So yeah, I'm a little upset. And that literally can't do anything about losing friends again because the reason is beyond of my control. All I'm saying is that why Dulu doesn't want to talk about it. Because she was pissed you came to her saying she was being underhanded. I understand you were upset, you made it clear, when we called about it. But that's the result, there's not much that can be done. My favorite thing is that Ponder Pride is smearing me and playing up as a big bad because content is content. Her explanation for making the hit piece when she knew about feGhost. Yeah, that's how hello Akumu. That's how I got interested into feGhost, because of your video. Because they were mentioned there. And welcome.
telling us about it as a mistake. There's no version of reality.
If you keep losing people, you might be the problem, faggy.
in feGhost's mind that is moral or just, that involves them receiving any consequences for literally sexually assaulting 2 girls, or hell, even receiving consequences for the other awful shit they did, and I think I've made that abundantly clear by now. Some of you know that I started streaming this year, which was something that I've wanted to do since I started my channel, and I was extremely happy when I was finally able to. However, what none of you know is that I started streaming in the middle of this situation, so of course I couldn't even have
Oh, that's of course wonderful to start streaming while you have this conflict.
Because
Ka-chow.
I was using my time for myself to do something that I enjoyed instead of letting them disrespect my boundaries so I could try and justify why I was wary of a self-admitted sex offender. I couldn't even stream without
Hey, I'm home. We have internet finally. Hey, I'm in Dulu's stream right now. Well, I can't stay around for long, cause I gotta drive my mom somewhere tomorrow morning. Yeah, no worries. My mom picks me up from work. Also my mom, oh hey, let me just go over to IKEA really quick. Which is like halfway across town, by the way. You have to carry the furniture. Gee, thanks, mom. Legit though, I feel so awkward having to dance around dodging Dulu because of this shit. Like, I'm not even mad at Dulu. I'm mad I gotta stay away, be like excommunicated. Like, can I fucking talk or nah? Am I really a fucking problem? Yes. Yes, you are indeed. Well, to be honest, you went to her saying you thought she was trying to keep me away from you. That set her off. She had to deal with my other friend calling her manipulative once, so it's probably not appreciated. I get you were emotional, but shit like that can really nurture really quick.
was going on a
Gee, why don't people want to talk to me anymore after I admitted I sexually assaulted people? Crazy how this happens.
To Kylie, who was also just trying to literally enjoy times with her friend, me, without them, about
Whoop. I literally didn't say anything. I already read that.
how unfair it was that they couldn't be there amongst 1,000 other things. feGhost, you're not entitled to my time or friendship or Kylie's.
Yes, they are. They are the only true friends, and you cheat with other friends. How dare.
Just because you think we're responsible for you getting better. I don't understand how someone can be so gross. This type of behavior lasted for around a month, like I said, and it was just extremely tiring, especially for Kylie, who experienced the brunt of it a lot of the time. And I'll just be honest, it got to the point where, and I'm not proud of this, but I was honestly a bee's dick away.
I can't understand why they kept in contact with feGhost. Yeah, same. It's like, I'm so... Why do you learn that your friend SH'd 2 people? Or at least he said, he admitted to it, you know. Really funny turn it will take later. But when your friend is like, yeah, I sexually assaulted 2 people, you know, I was drunk, and you're like, okay. Oh yeah, don't tell anyone about it, by the way. feGhost, that's the name I haven't heard in ages. Welcome, Bubonic Tonic. Yes, I'm currently digging out the corpses just to kick them once more, then occur their ghosts.
From straight up blackmailing them with what they were trying to keep me silent on because we were so tired. It's hard to convey just how much I hated going to bed during these times and knowing that there was a pretty good chance, especially if I dared to do anything public for myself, that I would wake up the next day and have to...
Boy, things went to shit really quick. feGhost was arguing with me last night while I was in stream with you about you ghosting him again. Bro, hello? Also, sorry, Discord mobile can eat ass for no notice. It's fine, I'm calling him now. Kill me. Why is he arguing with you?
See my friend dealing with this grown-ass man not be able to handle the consequences of their actions and have to remind her constantly.
We're doing necromancy up here. Exactly. Oh, it's okay. Sorry if I sprung this one. You without enough warning. I'm just wanna say it isn't your fault because he's a grown-ass man and decided to do this shit. Thank you. Honestly, that means a lot. I would never blame you for something like this. Yeah.
Constantly that it wasn't her fault and that she didn't have to listen to.
I want to fucking die. We've been talking in circles for 20 minutes. Kylie, you know you can just end the convo. Yes. You can tell him you're done talking about it and there's nothing he can do about it. Entirely powerless. And he's crying. That's when you tell him to jump backwards into a pit.
Them. All this because I was wary about possible sexual misconduct of a sex offender because they were projecting their past relationship onto a case of sexual misconduct, and I chose to confide in the only friend I could at the time because a sex offender had been keeping me silent the whole time. What the—
I used to be in his Discord server circa 2016, 2017. I don't remember much, but the people there were nice. He wasn't very active. Yeah, sometimes even terrible people can have a nice community.
the fuck? And obviously I wasn't going to not listen to her because A, we were and still are really close friends. They had us believing that we had no one else to turn to about any of this. Actually, that's not entirely true.
Okay, I can give them the excuse they were still really young when they talked to feGhost. Like, Julie said they were like 16 and later 18, 19, so...
They allowed Kylie...
We are not kind of like up sympathy for these two. Every other screenshot is them complaining about feGhost, and then the butt blocker is right there. Yeah, like I said, I think it's mostly because they are young. Okay, I feel like you're not gonna wanna talk to me anymore after this. Oh, okay, already read this one.
to talk to an IRL friend about me being sus about the nudes, as in someone who didn't have an online platform or connections with our mutuals. That's the reason I believe they let her do that. And that's why after that first day, they really started to see my wariness as a threat and started freaking out. I believe that 100%. And actually, I also did confide in a friend about everything because he was the only friend I had that didn't really have an online platform, already didn't like feGhost, and wasn't the type of person to come out and say anything. He's cool. We watched the entirety of Legend of Korra together for my first time while this was all happening.
Okay.
And it was a really nice distraction and cleanse from all the batshittery that feGhost was putting me and Kylie through. If you're watching this, friendo, I love you and thank you so much for being there during that time.
I understand why they do it, but on the other hand, I'm always like, when you talk about these people, why are you coming with your personal stuff in there? Like, come on.
You helped me feel a little less insane and in a chokehold, and also I'm sorry that I haven't gotten back to your DMs. Eventually, Kylie was able to emotionally convince them that I wasn't going to ruin their life, essentially, and thankfully from that point forward...
I think he started to realize that after I had to repeat myself over and over, but it's over now, thankfully. I blocked Fag, by the way, on everything. Oh, finally. So if he comes screaming to you about that, sorry. Yeah, no worries. Probably for the best anyway. Fuck him. I think I finally managed to get him to pinpoint what was setting off. So hopefully this shit won't happen. Again, still annoying as fuck, because it's not fair to you at all. Or you. What the fuck is this? It was even his issue. He kept saying over and over that he thought it was not normal for you to bring up the possibility that he had CP when I was venting, like he couldn't relent on that. Wasn't until I got it to click in his mind he was getting reminded of what happened with and then poof, things started making sense to him. Hi Falgi, we are once again digging up the ACC corpses, summoning their ghosts to kick them one more time. This time we talk about feGhost. I got Akuma's video draw my attention to them because it was mentioned that feGhost contacted him, was on a stream with him, and then afterwards went like, yeah, I regret being on stream with you. And no one, especially Pondos, talked about feGhost even after feGhost was like, oh yeah, by the way, I sexually assaulted 2 people. I assaulted 2 trans girls. Which has a funny twist in the end. And another Lyoko.
Robert, they finally dropped everything. Of course.
Remember, it was her and another girl. The other girl was sober when he SA'd her and later committed S and apparently mentioned him in the note, I think. And then committed suicide in jail. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry, I'm really fucking stupid. No, you're not. Forgetting stuff doesn't make you dumb. SAing girls makes you dumb and a piece of shit. Right now, pfft. Yeah, I'm gonna flip a table cause my hands are tied. I can't talk to him about this cause he'll just go after you again, which I'm not going to fucking allow. And I cannot talk to him cause he's going to get suspicious and know something is up.
course, we still had our awareness regarding what they did to the girls and how we should handle it, but we were so tired and worn down from a month of this that we just decided to stomach how we felt and leave it so that we could catch a breather. This is how I knew I wasn't crazy for being afraid about confronting feGhost about anything, because we both noticed and knew that they were a loose cannon, which is something that they even admitted to in the past. And I know we're not crazy because
You gotta keep an eye on them, they know too much.
looking back now, after cutting them off and having time to reflect without having them around or feeling any pressure to think about them in a certain way, it's exactly how they were.
We both knew that if we thought how we felt about them and their past and decided to leave them because of it, we would be forced to have to explain everything to mutuals and relive everything repeatedly. No, you can just say, I don't want to talk about it. We have our reasons. We are currently going through that right now. I seriously thank all of our mutuals who have been receptive to us during this time. Leaving a controlling, manipulative person is never easy.
There is no emotionally or mentally healthy way to confront feGhost about the things they've done or avoid them. If you try to confront them, they will lash out, shut down, say
I wonder how many terabytes of art community drama calls are there. These people record anything. Everything. Yeah.
things to manipulate you or evoke sympathy. If you try to avoid them, they will push your boundaries or try to get to you through other people. There is no easy option, and eventually you just learn to live with it and stay quiet so that you can avoid any suspicion to begin with. It's not healthy, nor is it enjoyable, because you still feel and think about the things you want to say, but when you're in a toxic relationship of any kind, whether it be platonic, romantic, familial, etc., where it can...
Yes, I know, all very good messages, but can we get, stay on topic?
Communication isn't the viable option, it does become a way to get by. So that's just what we did from that point on. I eventually did let them back into my life after about a month later with the bare minimum of apologies. Everything they had done, I just said, whatever. Because that's what happens when you get one down.
Wait a minute, an Italian is calling in. What do you want?
Hello, Dew.
What do you want?
It's time for your I don't know. What is this? Are you your dad has come. I am here for my orbiter. How are you?
What did you just call me?
Oh, what's going on, my orbiter? How are you?
You really want me to come over and kick your ass, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, you are my second wife. What's up, dude? What are we looking at?
You mean you're my second wife, okay?
Oh my god. Okay, so who the fuck is feGhost?
You mean
Why are they
feGhost?
cringe? What a fucking faggot. I can't!
Why not?
Yeah. I literally don't understand. Listen, I get it. I understand the ArtCC is filled with people who have extra or missing chromosomes. I get it. But Jesus Christ. Why are they cringe? Tell me why they're cringe.
For the most part because they're on the internet way too early without and their parents don't love them.
I mean, there's gotta be a reason why their parents don't love them.
True.
Yeah, I said my slur, chat. I don't fucking care. It's my fucking slur.
Isn't this the
Isn't that the
Oddblock dude?
Oddblock dude?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
it is.
Oddblock
It is the
dude.
Oddblock
He
dude.
likes to revolve around me.
You are technically my orbiter. I hate to tell you this. It's kind of how that works.
Technically not. I am, if anything, I'm a diesel orbiter.
You can't. Okay, but you orbit. So, but here's the thing. You're part of the Oddblock. You use the Oddblock server.
Want me to leave? Am I getting fired?
No.
Is this how you fire me?
No, I need my foreign correspondent, and at this point, you're my foreign ACC correspondent.
I thought you were the one who's friends with Lyle.
Oh, that's true. But like, wait, I have a question now. Yeah, I use the otter. I use the otter on occasion. I like the otter's funny. Shout out to Beetlepins. Beetlepins did a fucking banger job with the otter. But yeah, so feGhost, What the fuck did they do?
I already said it. Do I have to repeat myself again?
No. They were cringe on the internet, but like, was there anything like specific? Did they like message children? Or
No, listen. So, let me start from the beginning, how I found them, how I discovered them like an archaeologist. In Akumu's video, Akumu mentioned that feGhost was one of the few who was actually willing to talk to him when his whole drama started. But they went on the stream with him. They went on the stream with him and later were like, yeah, I fucking regret this now. And then later, feGhost was admitted to SAing 2 trans girls in a room while drunk on a party. And then...
Okay. What the fuck do you mean they admitted to SAing people?
Yeah. What do you not understand on that?
Okay.
There's a whole story there was a whole story how they were drunk. Then there were these 2 other girls, 2 trans girls in a room. And one girl was also drunk, one wasn't drunk. Then he was, wouldn't it be funny if I flash you 2 right now? And then apparently did that. And then groped the one girl and the other one watched. But it has a very...
Why did the other one watch?
Because he closed them in the room.
Okay, but like... ladies. And I do mean ladies. Because, you know, you're all women here. The fuck do you mean she watched? She didn't scream. She's stone cold sober.
There's a funny... Don't question it too much. There's a funny twist in the end.
What's the funny twist?
I won't spoil it because we get to it.
Oh, are you getting to the funny twist or am I about to hear the funny twist?
The funny twist will be in around an hour.
What do you mean? The funny twist is in an hour.
Okay, Falji. I want you to imagine something. Did you ever think about how funny it would be if you cancel yourself?
I mean, self-cancellation involves a Smith & Wesson, but sure.
What would be the best way to cancel yourself?
What would be the best way to cancel myself? I don't want this clipped, so I won't answer the question.
Answer the question, coward!
Listen, I don't...
Listen, wouldn't it be really funny if you made a side account, you know, like a funny little alt account, and were like, you know what, Falji sexually assaulted me.
Wait.
You getting it?
Wait.
You getting it?
Wait. So the quote-unquote
Don't.
No, I'm putting things together.
Yes, put them together quietly.
No.
Stop spoiling. I will put you in the
How is
cage.
it a spoiler if I'm trying to put things together?
I will put you in the cage.
You fucking... Bitch, we both know who likes the cage and it ain't me.
I'm pretty sure it's you.
That's not what the chains that you have tell me.
That's the chains that you have, tell me. Honey boo boo.
I love you too, Liebchen.
Always.
Alright, share this with me so I can fucking understand why I'm about to scream. Bro, there's so much content today. It's not that fast. Please stop torturing him. You know.
I know,
you're right,
Cloudy.
honey, I last a long time. I know I do. It's a whole big thing.
Okay,
can you show me the
Pookie.
screen?
Okay, Pookie. No, you will leave the cow now.
Oh, I love you too. What was I gonna say? You know, there's like so much fucking content happening. After Diesel's stream, because Diesel will be streaming. We fucking, bro, we found a fucking Let's Player that pretended to kill his entire family.
As one does. You never did that?
Like, that's how he left the internet. He said my entire family died.
Yeah. To be like that.
And apparently there's so much more that I'm not being spoiled on. Alright.
I'm literally digging up old drama, okay? Because all this new drama doesn't. I don't care.
Okay, so what if the new drama is interesting? Okay, so Noah Samson stuff sucks.
Don't care.
The iMalik stuff is interesting,
Don't
but it's
care.
like 700 pages.
Thank you, crew. Steck den
Thank
Italiener
you.
in den Käfig. I will.
Ich biete dich.
For that alone,
So
you
what?
get into the cage.
Okay, well, you're still not gonna share the screen to me?
No.
What am I supposed to fucking watch it on a playback?
Be like all the other peasants and watch it in the backseat.
You're such a. I have to listen to me.
Don't look at the screen. Do I wanna be hung? Okay, drama. Because I know what happens if I don't.
I'm literally watching this as a peasant.
Yeah, as you should.
This is annoying. Oh, we're so behind.
And also, they still had a lot of connections and
Okay,
mutuals.
there's a big cage, I
so
see it.
even if I wanted to continue avoiding them, I would just be isolating myself a lot. It wasn't until, I'd say about last month, that an out started to form, and it wasn't until very recently that they were finally cut off. Some of you know that Nani and I have become pretty good
Okay, there's another Nani in the art community. This is not the Nani we know when we hear Nani.
Oh yes, NAW.
friends recently, and
Because
a
the
while
subtitles were found it as Nani.
ago I was added to a Discord server with her and a few other people, one of those people being feGhost. By then, obviously, I was just trying to move past everything they had done and not cause any problems in this new space. that
Bro,
was
I
in.
have to.
However,
Okay, you need to share this to me. Your stream is so behind. You're fucking killing me. You cocksucker.
Don't you wish?
that didn't mean that
Soon.
they didn't cause problems for me. Especially because honesty is a big thing the people in that group server were pushing for. And if you've been following along, you already know that honesty and feGhost don't mix.
Yeah, don't go along. Vegas loves to lie.
Okay.
You're doing good in the backseat? Need some water?
Fuck off, you piece of shit.
Shall I open the window for you a bit? Fun fact, after Julie visited Nani literally disappeared off the planet mysteriously as the FCK stuff came around.
Were they the same person?
Julie got rid of Nani. Mama thought the same I did.
God, Mama JF.
Nani got Mama JF'd.
feGhost had been going through an
Or
admittedly
Nani knew
pretty
something
hard
about
time.
the FCK, but it feels like everybody. Okay. From my understanding, and if Akuma's still in the chat for some reason, but I watched his video. It feels like a lot of people just knew what the fuck was going on, like behind the scenes of the FCK.
Yeah, that's the problem. You genius.
And like, and that's what I'm saying is like, I feel like just a bunch of people knew and just didn't like do anything about it, or like they were okay with it, which again has been my major complaint about the ACC for a long period of time. Is the ACC feels like everyone just excuses like people's bad behavior because they're too.
The problem is they
quote-unquote-
all have something in their closet.
Oh yeah, it is.
Fuck.
It is like a terabyte enjoyer, like armistice kind of scenario. Again, I'm not saying everybody in the ACC is a pedophile. I want to make that very clear. I'm just making it a point of conversation and comparison. But like my whole thing is like, it feels like, and I've said this on our stream when we've like discussed the ACC stuff. Everyone is so scared to not be called woke that like they're like, oh, we'll just excuse everybody's behavior, and I'm like, why?
Because they're friends. Friends.
Fuck friends. I don't know. End your friends.
Listen, you
End
tell
your
me
friendship.
if you found out I would rape someone, you wouldn't be my friend anymore.
Bro, I would fucking eviscerate you if I found that out.
I sure hope so.
I'd be running non-stop content, and I would and listen. Is that hey Lyle? How you doing, buddy?
Lie or your friend. Excuse nothing. Yes.
Listen, Lyle, I was just about to say, it's a great idea. If anything happened to you, what I would do is that because Diesel cucked us for this one, I would pull everyone into a call and have them shame you.
Yeah, we want our own Senate calls.
They would get time on the fucking clock.
What's going on here? I'm trying to cover your feGhost video, and feG is disrupting me.
Oh my god, I am not interrupting you. Can you stop covering me, by the way?
No.
You know, you're such a piece of shit. Hi, everybody.
You
If you're new here,
paid me $5 to put you in the cage, okay? I'm just here to serve.
great. Hold up. This is a great time to remind everybody, if you like Dew's content and you want a version of Dew's content, but just better.
Cucked. Literally cucked. Yes?
Go subscribe.
No. Bad. Bad. Bad feG. Kicked. Blocked. Reported. Never accepting his collates again. This is war. This is now officially war. Bro fucking plugged his channel. I am... I am officially putting in my resignation to the op block. This is now war. My Google Doc is in the work. feG got a Discord, imagine.
And it wasn't uncommon for them to take it out.
Yeah, feG will also lose his range. Good idea, good idea. We'll move.
Out on me. It was only after a particularly bad time when they lashed out at me in front of everyone that I decided to write a letter to myself as if it were them, and that really kind of hit me how toxic it was. Like, girl, you're pretending to talk to this man instead of actually doing so because you're terrified of what they'll do to themselves, you, or both. I'm not going to read out what I wrote in the letter because it was quite personal, but I detailed how I felt punished
Oh, how I fun.
by them whenever I was honest about an issue.
Well, now do you remember what happened last time the Germans went to war? Didn't end so well for them. Listen, he's Italian. I can handle him.
By how they reacted and how they
Yes, and in the op block. Oh my god, my baby voice. I know it's 3 years old. Ah, fine. What do you want?
Oh my god. Oh.
What do you want?
Oh god, my fucking sides. My sides hurt from laughing so hard. You know what? If I lose my wrench, that's okay. Oh shit. No, but seriously, if you're new here, go subscribe to DewsSnailHouse. On every Saturday she does a horror thing where she looks up like ARGs and other shit, and it's fucking baller. And I watched the Skinwalker one. Bro, the Skinwalker one is cool.
The Skinwalker wrench? Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I think
It's really funny because... Yeah, can I... Yeah.
Yeah, go.
Sure. What is interesting about it?
No. Oh, fuck you. You know that's my thing. Go on.
Oh, say it.
Go on. Listen, we used to be on the same side. The Italians and the Germans used to be on the same side.
Yeah, and we saw how it ended.
No, I was gonna say it's really funny watching watching back at like people just believe things and just with their whole heart too. It's so interesting.
Yeah, funny. This was funny because our most ongoing theory was like, maybe they were just really drunk.
Bro, I wish. Oh, drummer, be nice. I see you in there. Come on, fish boy.
Leave drummer alone. He's my tot.
He's all of ours. Don't even start with that.
Listen, he is my personal tot, okay? He's in my backyard.
Okay, technically I saw him first, and then Cloudy technically also saw him first. It's like a whole, like...
I give him snacks all the time. I feed him the most.
I give him Gundam stuff.
I enable him.
Okay.
I will get him in the divorce.
Let's be real. We enable our chatters way too much. Oh, I thought we were sharing. See, even Cloudy's upset.
I will share with Cloudy, but not with you.
Oh God. Majunga Wamba, you know, listen, you exist, you know it.
I get minor tart fights because I do. Yes, you do,
Fucking
Majunga.
Christ. Okay, so what I'm understanding from this is Chun-Li is making fun. He's not making fun, but like highlighting.
It's not making
everything.
fun. This video was very not fun for Shuli.
Yeah, no. That's why I retracted it. It's not making fun. They are highlighting just how much feGhost is a giant piece of shit.
Yeah.
Is feGhost still around?
No.
Oh, that's sad.
Even deleted the channel and everything. I need to be enabled. I enable you all the time, Len.
Yeah, we enable our little Italians.
Listen, Len is my little magic man.
He's my magical twink, don't you dare.
Fuck you, he's my magic man. He almost made all the art of my channel.
Can
you believe the video got me exiled by a bunch of people? What? Surely, excuse me?
What? Wait, we'll repeat that?
Julie just said, can you believe that video got me exiled by a bunch of people?
I don't know. Fuck them. You know what? Honestly speaking...
No, they they just lurk. Yeah, I know. None of them really leave. But I mean, their main accounts are gone. No one ever leaves.
I mean, your boy Zaid, Map Supreme, is still around. Bro, I want to piss that guy off so bad. I know it's so easy.
Like a bunch of my old community backed faggots. That's crazy. Yeah, surely fuck them all. That's how you know who to trust and who don't. Fuck them. You know they made it easier for you.
Yeah, that's so interesting because it's just like, hey, here's this person's entirely bad behavior, and then just like people, ay. Fucking what?
For real, for real. Fishy is mine. No, Shadow. No. Okay, Shadow has minor rights to Fishy. That's true.
What did Drummer say? What did he do?
No, Shadow said Fishy is mine.
Shadow, I'm your fish. Don't worry. They're pretending to have custody of me. Yeah, my video on Hidden highlights a good 70%.
Yeah, I still wanted to check that one out with Hidden. Because I heard a lot about Hidden. I found out even more about those shits recently. No!
Listen, if you want to say it, unless you're saving it for a video, then 100%.
Can you stop poaching my chat?
I'm not poaching your chat. I'm literally giving you, like shit. I'm giving you content, dude!
What, the Italian voice?
Yeah, of course. Well, you want me to sing for you?
No.
I'll sing in German. What's your favorite German song?
No.
I do
not want the singing. I just want to get through this. I still have a 2.5 hour long Lio call before me.
Nobody's stopping you from pressing play.
You do.
Okay. Saving it for another video? Okay, that's based. That's 100%
really good.
Based.
That's good, Julie. Sing now!
Chat, if you donate $20 to Dew right now, I will sing for you.
If you sing, I will kick you.
I'm trying to make you $20. What are you saying?
I can make $20 on my own. Ho?
I mean, I am trying to make you $20 right now, slut.
Okay, bitch. See how well that's working.
God, I mean,
never
if
afforded
somebody
me
does it,
honesty
I
in
almost
any
would do
way
it.
other than an aggressive manner. I was, however, able to bring myself to read it to
Yes, this
Nani
one with
and
the
another
fact
friend
check.
who were
Okay.
extremely understanding and had never done anything to make me regret being honest. That really, I guess, provided me an outlet to make me start feeling comfortable telling people exactly just how much I was biting my tongue regarding feGhost, and after that it was only a matter of time before
Honestly, imagine biting your tongue about someone who admitted to SAing people and then having them be like, yeah, you don't tell anything, you didn't tell anyone, right? I give 20 to kick Soiji. Fine. Fine. You know what? Fine. Fuck, I can't click. Why can't I click it? You still there?
Hmm?
You still there?
I am here.
Good. Wait.
What happened? What happened?
I just completely broke and came clean about everything, which happened in early November.
I was so young. So young and so naive.
Thank you. I can finally.
Hey,
like, listen
Nintendo
to this
Mail.
video.
Hey, Shadowrun. $20 for Faldi singing. Fine, sing.
Okay. All right.
And of course, you all get the head pats. There
Head
you go.
pats,
I'm proud of all of you.
Fine, I'll do it. Fine. You're just too good to be true. Can't keep my eyes off of you. You feel like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived. And I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. There we go. Oh, you want me to do more,
No.
Pardon the way that I stare.
Ugh.
There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you makes me weak. There are no words left to speak. And if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just
I have to
too
kick
good
you.
be
Greg wants to leave
true.
because he hears you.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Okay, can I play the video now?
Needs it a bit deeper? Brother, it's a
Honestly,
tenor
just have to
song.
pause to say that Nani has been a blessing, not just for this situation, but in general. And I just have to thank her and the other friend.
Yeah, finally Greg appears and now he's chased off again. Toll.
Greg is always lurking. Don't start.
I will
who
start.
I won't name because I'm pretty sure they don't want to be involved in this, but they know who they are. Thank God for them, because they were the ones who really provided a space for me to be honest about how I felt about feGhost and stop.
This passes out date. Do you want me to skip it or end it here? Julie? It's fucking Nani till the day we die.
silencing myself for them. Without them, I honestly
Listen, we have our own Nani. You will never really be rid of these people.
don't know how
Bro,
much
we have
longer I
our
would have
own
let them
Nani. It's
continue on as they
insane.
were. Coincidentally, feGhost had a bad time the same night that I came clean, and they blocked literally all of us on Twitter, which a lot of us use to just return the
You
block.
know what? That's good. They blocked me? Ha! Finally, I have an excuse. Now your complaint should just make a note of it. Okay, it's a bit outdated.
And stop interacting with them, because basically no one I talked to about them sexually assaulting the girls and what they did after the fact even wanted to be around them at all. They did try and reach out to us multiple times, but we simply refused. You can view that as scummy or cruel, and I understand that because in principle I agree that communication is the key to solving a lot of issues. But also, if you've been paying attention, it's pretty clear that communication was very often one-sided or expressed destructively, and often only led to more problems that I honest to God couldn't handle anymore. So, of course, after feGhost realized they were blocked by a lot of their friends, they did something
They probably did something very drastic and were like, why are you all doing this to me?
that they do
oh,
when
yeah.
they can't.
I just think it's so funny when people are like, oh no, all of my actions have consequences. Yeah,
No
fucking
shit.
shit they do. You fucking maroons.
Hi, Alzaris. Welcome to Pain.
Force or manipulate anyone to talk to them, and went public to get.
Hey, Bubonic Tonic! The ACC was a shit show from day one. I remember the days of bullying random kids OCs because they weren't Mary Sue's or whatever. You know what? That sounds,
Honestly speaking,
that sounds funny.
I'm about to say, can you guys go back to that and like leave the, I don't know, the predation, the pedophilia, the fucking sex pestry.
What do you mean? Listen, at least leave the minors out of it, and everything is solved.
That's what I just said. No, because then there's the sex pest shit to
Yeah,
one
but
another.
the sex pest dudes are funny.
Would you call Cinnabear funny?
Cinnabear wasn't funny because it wasn't minor.
Oh, Cinnabear had been doing a lot more than just the minor.
Yeah, I know, but I don't care about this. I made the mistake of looking up my name in Fulgi server. I have to say, you guys are more level than any other server. However, Do is wrong about some stuff, and I found something cursed. I mean, listen, I'm wrong about a lot of stuff, Lyle.
Listen, I'll say this: our server, at this point, we have more moderators than I think a lot of. We have more moderators than we actually should because. Hey, fun fact, every person who's in the op block is a moderator, and we also have
Just
bots.
because I called you the dad of everyone, Lyle.
Obviously, don't be shitty to creators in our server. Don't be shitty to Lio. Like, fucking...
I've been dealing with all those type of people since 2008. I can tell you right now, it'll wreck you. You know what? Because I wouldn't even want to deal with them. That's why.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if self-imposed stupidity is something that one should be proud of.
Don't be mean, Fulgi. Someone said I sound hot when I'm angry. I mean, Lio, when you war, do be doing something. When you growl.
Oh god, if Lio thinks his name in this Discord is bad, look up Hipster.
No, be mad at me.
Tyler.
I need enrichment.
No, but guys, don't. You can have your own cage, Lyle. We'll give you your own cage. Don't worry.
Yes, I need someone make me a PNG with Lio in the cage.
Lio in the cage, but like someone's gotta have like. But no. Lio needs to be leashed up.
So you think he needs a leash?
Lio needs to be leashed up. Yes. God, I am so sorry, bud. I'm not looking up tips.
I am not sorry. I stand 10 toes down on what I said. Do not look up tips to Boomplix.
No. Again, if you'd like to join the server, one of the lovely mods will link it. It is the Op Block server. It's the Opera House, but
Can I put a PNG of a Lio in a cage? Yes, Bubonic, you can.
You can.
I'm all for enabling the artists.
But everybody is welcome. It is for it's obviously for our community. And also our conglomerate. We do have it's like the Op Block conglomerate now. It's really
yeah, we
funny.
have the Op Block. We have also Q, who now has his own streams.
Yep,
we have Ash,
stuff.
who does her own streams. So we have a lot of people who all cover different things, and then the Op Block where we do things together.
Yep, but the Op Block is our main investigation because we do a lot of investigation stuff. Fuck me. Dude, have you looked at any of the I Am Alex stuff? Just a little bit.
Stop talking about stuff I don't care about, please.
I love you too.
Just please.
Okay, then play.
You know what? I will kick you for now because I know you will just derail constantly. And it's almost 1 a.m. for me. I need to get through this.
How are you kicking me when I started the call, numbnut?
Like this, if I just disconnect. Watch me. That's all. Okay. Back on topic, back on topic. Oblok is your new Team 10. Bye, chat. Love you all. Thanks, Falgi, for coming in.
Sympathy by joking about how they were going to get cancelled, and someone who I should just say is well intentioned and apologized and deleted their response tweet once they were filled in on the context of why feGhost was getting blocked by a lot of people. Basically made a response mocking the notion of them having seriously condemnable stuff that would make people not like them. And
oh, wait. Every time he gets put on chat, like you stuck Falgi in Genpop. Beep, 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 beep. I'm fully expecting my YouTube career to end with the rise and fall of feGhost, where somebody talks about me for 45 minutes. They start with the he made animation memes without music, and ends off with me being a horrible person with no retribution. What?
how they were going to get cancelled, and someone who I should just say is well intentioned and apologized and deleted their response tweet once they were filled in on the context of why feGhost was getting blocked by a lot of people. Basically made a response mocking the notion of them having seriously condemnable stuff that would make people not like them.
How dare you do that thing, Mr. Ghost? You're awful for doing that one specific thing that one time long ago. Wow. Ah, I see. People take it very serious.
And feGhost like?
feGhost, ghost, horror, music, shaking, adding, penis having individual, profile picture art by Skilljuice.
And I'm just sitting here like, feGhost, how could you agree to something like that when you know that you've done horrendous shit to people and have been hurting people for God knows how long? I'm just disgusted. This is also what makes dealing with feGhost even more infuriating.
I think it's funny that whenever a creator gets found out for something, they become the most melodramatic person ever. It's always like that, always like that. Now suddenly, oh, I'm just a bad person, I see how it is, so they will be also mean to me. No one gives me some goodwill.
Because
I knew it would come to this.
Force them to leave you alone. They'll just take it public and start looking for...
I can see that happening though. You're super based and chill. I don't know, I always thought you were a pretty chill dude. Since when?
Sympathy from well-intentioned people who have no idea the shit they're putting you through. And at that point, I'm literally just pissed off. And like, this isn't a new thing. This is something they did in 2019 when they were being cut from helping Kylie with her issue because of how erratic they were being and told to stop.
Was it cut or being cucked? I think it was cut, but I heard cucked and I was like, what?
Pushing the boundary set. They made a whole video to people who had literally no business being involved in any way about how nobody cares about them and they're leaving the alias of feGhost.
Hey there, I know when to take a hint. I know when to...
Cut, okay, cut, not cucked, okay. Thanks, Julie. I was sure it was cut, but I just heard cucked. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Stop what I'm doing and say, okay, all right, nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Like, nobody cares.
What?
Like, I could dish out 1,000 things
okay.
that I did this year, and no one would care because
feGhost probably felt cucked by me, to be honest. He was really jealous of how close Clowny and I are. Yeah, I saw that. It was like, how dare you be better friends with them than me? Why would you trust them with this, but not me?
I've been looking, and I know I've picked up on a few things. I'm not deaf.
Oh, I picked up on a few things. I thought Falgi was big for a second. Come on, this doesn't sound like Falgi. Majunga, no.
Blind. I'm not totally oblivious.
And obviously the people watching didn't know the context behind it, but Kylie and I did, the people who were trying to get through an already stressful situation, and now we have to watch this man go and beg for sympathy from people who don't even know what's going on. It's like, can you just stop?
Of course, it's very funny to not tell the whole story and then being like, oh, people just want to throw me under the bus for literally nothing. Nothing. I see what's going on. I see what's going on. It's just cringe. Bruh. Just take it.
We don't need to process your shit. The people on Twitter or on YouTube who have no idea the kind of person that...
Mau, einer check out. Thanks for stopping by, Lavender, but first check out the Discord. Oh no. Oh no. Lavender. we have a rip of Leo in a cage. I love it. Thank you, Lavender. I hope Leo appreciates it. What are we doing to the poor old man?
That's begging for their sympathy don't need to process your shit. The friends you've hurt and may or may
Accurate. Welcome back, Greg.
not have lost don't need to process your shit and forgive you for the damage you've done. The only person who truly needs to process your shit and can put in the work to find ways to improve and seek out the correct help is you. But yet
I'll
that
finish it later. I'm excited to see that, Lavender.
seems to be the only person you refuse to put any responsibility on. At the time of me writing this, feGhost has gone on a
Sometimes I wish I never came up with the whole feGhost thing and just stuck to whatever circles I was running around at the time. Would my life be better or worse? Who knows, really? I might have been a Twitch streamer. I don't know. I can't tell. I love how they're always like, oh, my old circle wouldn't have done this to me. I could have been a Twitch streamer. Could have been an engineer. But seeing as I've been more depressed than I've ever been and seeing this entire community that I've known since I was 19 eating itself out, I feel like now, more than ever, I could just yeet myself out just as easily as I planned to back then. Just ghost everyone. Such a good joke. Every day since the 1st of September has been absolute hell for me. I've been melancholic and downed myself in my own misery for the past few months and want to make it very clear I'm not okay. And seeing how this month's been going so far, I won't be for a while. I've been told to get more sleep, to work out, to do this, to do that. I can't bring myself to even make anything that expresses how excruciatingly painful the metaphorical knife in my side has been. So all in all, fuck the CC. In the meantime, I'm just gonna do me and get help. Touch some grass, my dude. Eating itself out, yes. It's like, oh, this whole community is terrible to me. I can't believe that they are destroying themselves.
diatribe talking about how they hate the commentary community, which, arbitrarily speaking, I don't consider myself a part of, and how things have been awful for them. And I just have to ask, do you honestly think you're any better? You say at the end that you're getting help, but from the
feGhost said the community was eating itself out, yes. If I can suggest maybe finding a professional to help you process certain things, Lauren told me what was going on with your family. I can't afford that right now. It'd be eating my student loans. Look, man, I don't know what else to tell you. You need some serious help. Hey, yeah. Has Icy told you about me? No? Okay. Wow. They also admitted again that they are not getting therapy to 2 others in the arms after tweeting this out, and mocked needing help to the latter after being told by the former. Wow. They tell me to get professional help. Crazy.
looks of it, you haven't even done any introspection on yourself. I don't.
Whoop. God damn it. I'm an old lady. I can't pass that fast. Come on. Okay, sorry for being mentally deranged. Don't worry about it. I need serious help. For real. Everybody's blocked me. Yeah, that might be a sign that you need some serious help.
I don't trust that you're changing from this moving on, nor do I believe that you probably actually changed in any meaningful way before you were on Kylie and I. Given how many friend groups you've admitted to blowing through and still feeling that you can't do anything after you've been told that you were a problem, and given how you've not
Listen, if everyone else tells me I'm the problem, you know what? Actually, they are the problem. Obviously.
changed in any way except worse in the past 3 years that you've put me and my friends through hell. This year, you tried to keep me silent on the fact that you're a sex offender, just like you did to the girls whose lives you fucked up. This is why
I can't believe you wouldn't want to be friends with them anymore after they had said they were a sex offender.
I'm scared for your next target. whoever they are, you seem to be going to a lot of people naive of you. Whether they're young like I was, or just someone susceptible to manipulation because they have a heart and you for some reason feel the need to take advantage of that. So you know what? Fine. Keep begging for sympathy in public and in people's DMs if you're that desperate to stay as you are. At least people now will have a much greater chance of knowing what will happen if they let you.
And everybody acted like I was a bitch for being uncomfortable with them. That's honestly crazy. Like I said it before, if I learned that a friend of mine, I know there's a twist later on that it wasn't, that they made it up themselves, but if I hear my friend saying, oh yeah, I sexually assaulted 2 girls, that's not my friend anymore. Fuck that. Fuck them for saying you're a weird bitch for being uncomfortable with that. I don't fucking care. Bruh.
Than I or any of the other people ever did. And you want to know why we left you? This is why. I hope you enjoyed the explanation you didn't deserve.
And this is without all the other crazy stuff they did around that. You know, just learning that would be enough for me. But then trying to keep you quiet and being like, oh, I can't believe... And then being like, oh, you're better friends with them, I can't believe that. Nah, pass that. Fuck that.
There's one thing I can ask from everyone watching. It's to not harass anyone involved, which includes B and Kylie. I just want to speak a bit on why we kept silent for so long, because I know that's probably going to be something a lot of people are concerned about. I can't speak for them, but from how I remember feeling and the general mood of everything when things happened, I didn't even know how to begin to
You could explain yourself to me here about why you didn't want to come forward about him being a sex offender. True, I'm in a call right now, but I'll type out the best I can. Honestly, I think it's because of how he reacted during the whole situation with us being wary with I just remember my brain just wanted to block it out because how angry he was with both of us. I have a really bad tendency of just blocking things out for the sake of keeping me from being hurt, and since he made it clear that he cared about me a lot, I just fell into a trap and disregarded everything without thinking. It was fucked up of me to do, and the fact that I was trying so hard to appease him just makes me sick. At least he say it now. Fuck that, where's feGhost? Julie. Based.
emotionally process anything. You know, it took me over a year for me to even reflect on feGhost in any meaningful way that would make me more wary of them. And that was only after being
Ponder Sprocket. I thought it was something that he did when he was young and drunk at a party and wasn't thinking. And that it wasn't anything a part of who he was. I can't remember having had an interaction with him that was overtly negative before that point. And all either side was able to give us was their own version of events from that night. My policy is to try not to make rash judgments when I don't have the evidence to justify it at the time. And all we had were 2 stories, and one of them was coming from someone I would consider a friend. Most of what was said, I think, was in call. I remember when things first cropped up, I wasn't even sure if it was real. I don't know so much still. I still don't know a thing about her or her mental state and how things play out after the fact or really anything. I see. So you can't say that on stream. What? I didn't know. What? I just read the chat. Gee. Like, how do you come out about something taking their life when you don't even know who they are? Not sure how you would come out about it. I know that he admitted to doing what he did, and that's what I'd come out about. I know it was really awkward to even think of a way to handle anything while it was happening, especially after was gone. I think at one point I even thought maybe feGhost was behind it all, and he was just screwing with us. Oh, interesting.
Kept silent on things repeatedly for so long and going through again my own experiences with sexual harassment.
Close enough to disavow if we take those tiny optics when you need. I mean, I disavow, I behave, fine.
Harassment that forced me to confront the much harsher nature of their assault. Especially after Jay died, it was...
The foreshadowing, surely, it was just like, oh, so close.
so difficult to even think of what to do, even just privately. And there were, of course, other factors at play. There was still hesitancy because of the bad things that Jade did do in cooperation with other people. feGhost was, of course, not in a good state of mind, so even thinking of doing something that could worsen their mental state was just not in any of our plans. And I honestly think it was just...
Listen, I hope at this point you know when friends, in quotation marks, behave like that, or even do the, oh, I would kill myself. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
easier to try and move on as if nothing happened. I understand that might seem shallow to some, and you can think that, but I ask you to try and be empathetic, to try and grasp how you would even go about unpacking any of this in the moment, all while trying to lead somewhat of a normal life. As you know, feGhost did a lot to keep me silent and also manipulated Kylie.
Yeah, I give you that. You were also still very young at this point, so I think it's very normal to try to see the best in a friend and try to just hope everything gets better, but you really hang out with them way too long.
In the following years, which B knew nothing of. She didn't know about their efforts to hush me up or any of the horrible shit they did to us until after I had cut them off just recently, and she was more than willing to listen. I don't blame B or Kylie for not coming forward, especially now that I am. Coming forward about this has honestly been one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I've had to put basically my entire life on pause for weeks just to get through this. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, it's just that I couldn't comfortably live with myself if I didn't do this. If we're going to be mad at anyone, maybe it should be the guy who committed the assault and then manipulated their friends for years. And honestly...
Yeah, especially when them people went after Julie. Was really brave to put this out.
Please support Kylie. She has gone through so much stuff.
Making this video sucked. I believe that one, Julie.
3 years and is a victim of manipulation.
Gonna show what? The link you sent me? Saint, what you talking about? Are you gonna show this one? I will show that after the video.
At the hands of feGhost. She took so much of the brunt of their erratic behavior during times of conflict.
It's only one more minute.
Looking back, I'm sorry that I couldn't have stopped a lot of it from happening, but either way, it's just a shitty situation. I understand that this likely won't be a one and done thing like I wish it could be. I know this is probably going to spark a lot of people talking about this for a bit, and that's fine. I don't believe I'll be making a follow-up video to this one. I honestly just
Little did surely know there would be a follow-up video.
Want to finally start taking the steps to fully move on from this. I can probably say that the chances of me making my actual next video this year like I wanted to is probably next to none. I might still stream and draw, I don't know. I just don't want this man plaguing my life or the lives of my friends anymore, and hopefully with this I can secure that to the best of my abilities. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for sticking through me talking about all this awful garbage, and I'm sorry that you had to learn about everything this way. With that, I'm going to end the video, and I'll see everyone whenever. Goodbye.
Whenever. Goodbye. Good ending. Okay, Saint sent me something. Bloop. An archive. Dulu Vapsus Vapsushin. Response to feGhost deleted response video. What is his name? Oh, Jesus! Jesus, that's loud. The amount of fighting to get people to listen to Julie was irritating. It really sounds like it. Don't try to read it. No, I am known for trying to read everything. I'll use this one. Fine, how many more will you send me? Oh, we have comments on this one. Dulu's being unusual aggressive, don't you think? Something seems a bit off about it. Dulu is acting suspicious. This is what happens when some of us being friends with copyright abusers. So let's see how aggressive they are. I will be the judge of aggression here. We Germans are known for being very level-headed, so let's see. Logging back in for just a moment. I haven't read any messages or looked at any notifications yet, sorry. Just to say that yes, I watched feGhost's video and I commented my thoughts on it. Here it is. Get ready for the most tame crash out of your life. No, I'm ready for aggression. I read the comments of how aggressive it was there. Dear Evan Hansen looking ass. Fuck, that got me. So, you are going to actually address any of the ways you guilt-tripped Kylie and I and try to make us feel we're responsible for you? Are you going to address all the stuff you did to us that I showed and talked about? Or are you just going to talk about all the shit you made up so that you don't have to deal with the actual things you did? Like, imagine stalking me and my friend. You know, who you told about bullying that person who offed themselves on Discord while we were minors, but thinking that stalking me out of fear is better than stalking me out of malice. Lamau. So even though you claim to have hushed me for this fake situation, you still did it to her too, with something you admit in the beginning. Amazing! I don't believe for a second that all of this was entirely made up. Especially when you evoked Jay's name to Kylie, to tell her that I reminded you of her when you were shitting your ass off about me being weary of your past relationship. Unless, of course, you were just faking that entire thing. You decided to say something that you could use to end the situation while you were screaming at Kylie. In which case, you're just an emotional abuser. You still are either way. It's just for a game of seeing how bad it goes. Thanks, you're a horrible person. I want this channel and the rest of your socials gone ASAP. Because honestly, it wouldn't even surprise me if you're dumb enough to think you have any right to have any form of platform after what you've done with it. Please fuck off the internet entirely. I hate you with all my heart. Wait, is this the aggressive crash out? Wait. 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 So host Jeff was leaving DM groups. They were still in with me, so I decided to make sure they got everyone. Bye, stupid ass. Get the fuck out of here. That's just being based. I mean this one too. Hot, hot, hot out. Thanks, Bozo. Hot, hot, hot. Crap, 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 crap. This channel does not exist. This account does not exist. I've been on my accounts today for the first time since I posted my original video, and I just want to say thank you so much for the support. I've been reading all kinds of comments and messages from people all morning, and I honestly can't thank you all enough. Did I miss the aggressive part? That was just a friendly conversation. This is what got me in shit for 2 years. What the fuck? That's just stupid. feGhost on Packwatch. What did you even do? what did you get hate for? What crash out? If it was the first thing, that's me on a good day. God damn it. I mean, I am shocked and appalled by this aggression. I cannot believe. Worse than calling someone a slur.
Has everyone seen this?
God damn it. Go away. Go away. Back it. Shush. Also, I just got mocked by Lio. Also, they are figurines. They are not figurines. They are model kits. I'm so sorry, Lio. I apologize. Truly, ash upon my head. some bitch named Hitten led a narrative about me that I wasn't a victim and that I was just a bitch being mean to feGhost. I speak worse to do. Exactly. God damn it. Like, bruh. Listen, I still want to hear about Hitten. Hitten is the next one I want to look into. I want to look at. And now we have, from Julie, once again, the follow-up video that totally shouldn't have been. After Julie said there will not be a follow-up video, we have a new video. Also 3 years ago. feGhost lied about everything. Not everything in this video is 100% supported with concrete evidence, as some of the what's said is my own personal testimony as well as the testimony of others. Please take all the evidence I have shown here as well as in my own previous video on this individual and come to your own conclusions. I will. Wait, isn't Hitten a birdie person or... Yeah, I will definitely also check out your video on Hitten.
Hello everyone. I guess it's time to talk about feGhost again. I'm back here sooner than I thought I'd be.
God damn it, Zane, can't you want me sooner?
If at all, and under way different circumstances than I ever thought I would be. So I just need to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to re-go over absolutely everything that I talked about in my original video. So if you want to understand what I'm talking about in this one, I'll leave the first video down in the description and in a card right now so you can go watch it.
Hey, we watched that one. Hey, trigger warnings. Mental health struggle, sexual assault, suicide, NCP.
Yes. Is it necessary if you want to follow along? Absolutely. So, a lot happened on the 7th of this month, and now that I've given myself the chance to cool down and really put my thoughts in order, I believe it would be smartest of me to fill everyone in on what's changed and what's happened since that day as a final update in conclusion to everything on my end. So, why are we here? Well, mainly because feGhost uploaded a response video on their channel going a lot into the SA claims that created a whole new possible reality to the point where...
The truth.
Let's just say it caused me to rage tweet, which is something I literally never do because it's Twitter. I'm going to have a re-upload of the video.
Bitch fucking crumbled over my tweets instantly. Yeah, you were so aggressive, Julie. I cannot believe. You triggered them, okay? You traumatized them with your aggressive words.
In the card thing if I can figure out how to do that, just so you guys can watch it for yourself. It's a re-upload because the video and subsequently all of feGhost socials are gone now, which we'll get into later. So what I want to do is just go over the video, what changed from it, the possible implications from those changes, and some of the aftermath that came from that very
Love watching ACC people finally stop being soy. Listen, nature is healing.
Very explosive day in the hopes to publicly achieve a decisive conclusion on my end in regards to this person. So firstly, I want to say what the video does not do. The video does not address any of the awful ways that they treated Kylie and I before the sexual assault expose happened, nor the manipulative behavior showcased during the whole month-long arduous situation in which they basically conditioned us to avoid altercation or suspicion altogether with how they reacted to things, except for a pretty vague insinuation of bad behavior.
Guys, I did bad and now people are mad at me. It was long time ago.
I started treating people not well.
Listen, really what I'm doing here is shooting backwards. I came here to make fun of people and now the ACC is growing on people.
I started being a bad person. Some of like
The fuck did bro smoke?
the me that wanted to have fun was still there, but I threatened people.
I threatened Spoctor on my old and deleted Discord account. I don't remember why. I'm very, very sorry for that.
I started having arguments a lot more. I was not.
Why is he whispering into my ears? I know nothing about ACC. Fuck.
I was not in a good place. I know I kept some people silent. Out of fear.
Oh, you know, I kept some people silent, you know. It's really a nice way to say it. Boost the audio. He's whispering into my ears.
but that more than likely came across as me keeping them silent out of malice.
I guess that's because the video really wasn't that kind of direct response, but was more of a telling of the story of how feGhost made their channel and the things they did.
The
with it.
ASMR apology. Let me whisper into your ears how sorry I am for the thing I did years back then, you know. And people are very mad about it for some reason. ASMR feGhost guilt trips you.
All the way up until recently, which is where things start to get crazy. Aside from the continuation of self-pitying statements while encouraging the viewer not to pity them, which if you watched my initial video, you know is something they've done for years, the worst thing to come from this video is that apparently, according to feGhost themselves, the whole story of them SAing the two girls in a bedroom was a fake story that was another attempt in a series of attempts to cancel themselves that
How retarded can you be? How stupid can you be? Just delete your account. No, I need to cancel myself. How do I do it best? I know. I say I S8 two trans girls and one of them killed herself. Amazing. And then, to make it even more realistic, I will tell people, don't say anything about it. Don't say anything about it. I need someone to explain why you cancel yourself.
arose from a long-lasting guilt of bullying someone in high school who later committed as well as a random person on the internet calling them a pedophile. Now that requires a lot of unpacking.
I sent them to you on an alt account on Discord that I logged into. Ugh, God, that story is
This was me.
Made on Twitter. That is no longer available. There's no possible
Listen, A+ for creativity.
way that anyone could have known that information, let alone spread it aside from me and me alone. I posted a paste bin.
Not only killed themselves, convinced them the ending was the friend group's fault. Yes, I know. Even better. Oh, God. Listen, I will make them feel really guilty about making this imaginary person kill themselves. Yeah, that's how I will cancel myself. Convince me, being clown, that we had part in the bitch killing themselves. Yeah. And I'm gonna work fucking hard on this video. I don't know what you mean. Oh fuck, I forgot to post this audio again. I'm sorry. Bro fucking killed off with Sim. Oh no.
About how I was abusive and I got drunk at a party and did unthinkable things to two people.
It makes me uncomfortable that... Fuck, I forgot. It's a she now, right? feGhost transitioned later to she. $1 for the misgender jar.
That was all fake.
Firstly, I understand if you don't believe feGhost in that regard. I don't fully believe that absolutely everything regarding it was made up either, and expressed some of my...
I'm not sure what exactly to believe anymore, because I certainly don't believe that it was entirely made up, given how they brought up Jay to Kylie, just to tell her that I specifically made them feel similar to how they did when they dealt with Jay. All I know for certain is that I hate them. Blamau. Yeah, agreed. I'm gonna leave my video up because it was all about Kylie and I's personal experience with them, although I probably have to make a pinned comment or something akin to that. That's probably for the better. Amazing. I just say it to God. I gave you the pass. I know. I just got feGhost say, yeah.
My doubts to people like Carly who were still in touch with feGhost.
Goddamn Zoomers. Given how you brought up Jay to Kylie specifically to say that Dulu made them feel similar to how you did when they dealt with Jay, I don't know if I can believe these claims were entirely made up. Can you explain that to me? I had an ex in high school that I based Jay on. I projected that person and made them worse in my brain. That turned into Jay. I was referring to my ex. in saying that Dulu reminded me of them, but really they weren't that bad of a person. So they... Wait. They based their imaginary sexual assault victims on the ex? What?
I also don't fully believe their intentions were totally self-sabotaging, as they had no problem going to the public and making their supposed sock...
How did I just get... That's what he was. I guess admitted I remind them of their ex that they based imaginary character on, that they sexually assaulted. Don't forget that part, Julie. He's a predator, though. No, I'm not, you absolute dumbass.
puppets purposefully say something inflammatory so they could clap back and posture this wronged one image of themselves. However, while I personally don't fully buy into everything, feGhost did show evidence of them having access to the account that was supposedly one of their victims, Jay, and we're going to go forward and explore the possible implications and changes brought forth if it's true that this was all made up. You might see this and think, oh, well, at least there's no victims anymore, and that's incorrect. I'm not going to include the bullied girl as a victim because there's just not a strong enough case for me to be able to say that comfortably, as I don't believe anyone's responsible for another person making a decision like that. The victim is me, Kylie, B, all of us who—
Yeah, all of them who were gaslit by this person and being like, stay silent about this. Imagine having to deal with someone this deranged for so long. It makes you a victim. I think that earns you the status.
feGhost with this situation, which drained and shook us to the core from how devastatingly dark it got, and apparently just got dragged along and used for emotional support for them. We're the victims. We may have not been literally assaulted like we thought the initial victims were, but to sit here and pretend that situation didn't f the three of us up for a long-lasting time would be dishonest, and I think the fact that I made—
Bro, this is more confusing than trying to put together a car with Japanese instructions. You see why I was so interested in that?
my video in the first place is evidence enough of how long the pain from that situation, even without—
See, even Julie, who made the videos, realized something new.
this new possible revelation stuck with, at the very least, me. And do you honestly think trying to keep me silent out of supposed fear is better than you trying to do it out of malice? Especially since that person that I mentioned, feGhost, also kept silent about something different while they were also a minor in my original video.
So wait, what I don't get. feGhost said he want to cancel himself with that story. But then why would he try to pressure them all to keep quiet about it? Did they just think, no, it was stupid. That was not a good idea. You all better keep quiet about that. What have I woken up to? Madness. Quantum, madness. And Quantum gets their teddy. Quantum gets their teddy. There's the teddy. Heart below, teddy bear, PNG, teddy bear, teddy crying. No, not the crying teddy bear. There we go. Quantum gets their pink teddy bear. Because feGhost is a lying ass bitch. Based and true, Julie. Based and true.
So this is something that feGhost has done to me as far back as early 2019. Whenever we would have an altercation or anything, if I was in a shared space on Discord, like in a server or anything, they would find where I was and join, staying completely silent just to make sure I wasn't saying anything. And better yet, after I dropped them and started warning some of my friends, I found out that they also did this to another.
Especially because in 2019, I and a couple others found out he did something really bad in his past. Oh, yeah, already read this one in the one before.
Other person
where he also did the same to another person.
Was even younger than me, back when they were a minor. And the fact that they listed the exact type of behavior that I experienced without me even telling them that was something feGhost did freaked me out. That was about the situation that feGhost says originated all of this, although the school level doesn't align. Come on. Come on now. But I remember, like, way back when I joined some calls on Ponder's server, he'll immediately join and say nothing.
and asked if I talked about anything he said, and he would stay the entire time I was there. But I feel like that only happened once or twice. Was it related to bullying? No, it was worse. Suicide? Yes, technically, but not his own. Yeah. We're thinking of different stuff, though. Does yours have to do with his days? It's been so long I can't remember. I didn't know he was involved in multiple instances of this shit.
Originated all of this. Although the school
Mine has to do with trigger warning SA. You put trigger warnings in your private DMs? Okay. Jesus Christ.
level doesn't align.
Yeah, my internet hates me when I try to rewind.
Honestly, at this point, somebody could tell me feGhost did it while they were in the womb.
It's like you didn't pay attention the first time? Yeah, have fun with that.
I still wouldn't know who to believe. So it's not like this is any better because I know someone who mentioned you doing this very thing to them about the bullying before it was even public knowledge from your video. And I mentioned that in my comment. And I believe her because you did it to me with this apparent fake scenario. I also don't think
I didn't just want to bang my friend with the assault story. Yeah, okay, that's fair, that's fair. Especially because she had a history with that. Okay, yeah, that's fair when they have a history with that. I have just never seen it, if I'm being honest, before.
that any of us should just immediately drop the possibility of sexual misconduct in this case scenario either, as their ex-girlfriend is also a victim in this situation. Because remember when I said I had evidence of feGhost being sexual with their ex while she was a minor, but moved past it because I didn't believe there was anything legally or morally objectionable to it, including sending illicit pictures to minor under the age of consent?
In high school, Feck and Jay had a good friendship that changed after a house party. Okay, yeah, this was the situation.
Being sexual with their ex, who I'm not going to name here, there's no reason to, while she was under the age of consent, and sexually assaulting 2 girls in a bedroom. Kylie confronted them and...
I do want to be more honest about things. There's things I would like to ask, but I don't want to put you on the spot if you're uncomfortable. White Shore Head, yeah, this one we also did, but this one where they deny of doing anything sexual with their girlfriend before she was 18.
And asked if they had done anything sexual with their ex while she was a minor, and feGhost straight up lied and said no, which we have evidence to prove against. I'm not going to show that because this isn't about her, nor was it illegal because she was the age of consent. Well, that evidence
still doesn't matter. Sending a dick pic to a minor makes him a sexual offender. One of the supposed sock puppet account feGhost used. Empty Broke said the following, you know what? Is actually 19, right? Not 18. She was 18, but her birthday is in July, which means at the time of the screenshot she would have been 16. Also left. Where the age of consent is 16. Said the following. The confirmation is right here. Empty Brook said the following. And where's the confirmation that they are 15-year-old? And where a 15-year-old? What?
came from the original exposed document in 2019, meaning that if they're the one who made that doc, like they say they are, and they didn't get express permission from their at the time girlfriend.
Far as I can tell, in that image she is 17, not 16. She was born in 2000. Also the age of consent where she lives is 16. The age of consent in Chile. To my knowledge, that means that there is consent to sexual actions. Well, I'm pretty sure she can't send images of herself. I think she can accept images of other adults. If you know of a law or legal stipulation that specifies otherwise, please let me know. Said the following. He literally sent her a pic of his dick while she was 16.
Then that means they straight up leaked
Deviant art messages go bottom to top. Is this like the manga version of messages? Fuck.
screenshots of their sexting with her without her consent. I don't know legally what it constitutes as, but leaking sexual interactions with another, especially of a literal minor, is without a shadow of a doubt.
Chris, don't tell Julie how mean we are. God, I hated that about Deviant art messages.
Morally sexual misconduct. So when I watched the video initially, I was extremely angry and upset, and I posted a comment basically...
I love this one, the dear Evan Hansen looking ass. This one was so based. I would press like right now if I could.
grilling them for the stuff they didn't admit to doing, stuff they did, called them an abuser, and told them to get off the internet and erase their platform.
Based?
And I fully agree with my statement that you're not in any position to have a platform, especially with what you chose to do.
That was absolutely illegal from feGhost who leaked their text messages without her consent. Yeah. Why even making this argument, bro? Why are these people so stupid? Yeah, but the legal consent in, you know, in somewhere in Asia, you know? Bah, I don't fucking care. Fucking cool. Full course meal for real.
With it and the connections you made from it. None of this would have been possible to this degree if you didn't have a platform, because there would
I
have
can't believe that the based ones are hiding in this community.
been nothing to cancel. No platform for you to leak your at-the-time girlfriend's sex messages to the public and tag a bunch of popular people with their own platforms in the tweets
What? Excuse-moi? Entschuldigung?
linking those messages. No platform for you to make up two girls to sexually assault and then hound Kylie and I for a month a year later when we started to reevaluate how we felt about the narrative you fed to us. There wouldn't have been a platform for you to make all these connections with and have a name for yourself so you could go
Julie, I need you to understand we really insult creators to their faces. We aren't being nice because you're here. So, yeah, for real. I would say if I would think cringe, cringe, cringe.
and publicly beg for sympathy whenever Kylie and I got fed up with how horrible you were treating us, there wouldn't have been that platform that scared me so much that I put myself through a month of mental torment reliving every horrible thing you did to my friends and I, just so I could warn everyone on a large scale of who you were, and not only what you had me believing you'd done, but what you actually did to us. Because I wouldn't have been able to live with the shame if I let you walk free with what you had.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, finally someone who's based and true.
And I didn't even know just how much you'd been using all of that to emotionally abuse us for so long. And I had hesitancy over using a term as loaded as emotional abuse after I initially used it in that fit of rage. But no, it totally was emotional abuse. Making us believe that you were in danger multiple times, first online with the accusations, but then in real life not—
Oh. Goddamn Zoomers! I gotta go, I'm gonna see someone. Is it related to this? Yeah, alright. Is it the dude? Just be safe. Yeah. Oh shit, it's the dude. I'm tempted to, like, know his name in case anything happens. Record it. Also that.
not once.
Also that. I will. If he's got a phone and you get it back from him, record it. Good. Just be careful, Fag. Fag, is there anything you can give us so we know what to do if something happens? Call this phone number if you don't hear back from me in the next couple hours. And whose is that? How many hours should we wait? 2? Yeah, gotcha. Alright. Even acting out like... Oh, God. It's a full ARG.
But twice.
Guys, there's nobody home. The fuck? No cars, nothing. Can you call him? I tried calling on my way here. No answer. Really suspicious. This is getting to creepy levels. I feel like I'm gonna get jumped if I stay around here looking. I'm gonna go home. Fuck this. Go somewhere safe. I'm back. Alright. Awesome. Wait, Lebowski is involved.
The second of which you literally rolled.
Hello. Hi. Where is... Cold ask the same of you? None. Well, that answer makes no sense given the previous message. Quantum, thank you. I figure out what's going on tomorrow. Have to get ready for work. Also, like and subscribe for more Duvu Tent. Thank you, Quantum, based as always. Have a good day at work. I hope they are nicer to you at work. And of course, we hit the goal. You know what that means. Or you don't. You will figure out now. Bam! Animation time. Ding 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 ding! Thank you so much, Quantum! I left a bit to drive my grandma's. What's going on? Is feGhost casing a house or something? No, we just get to feGhost note being like, no, I lied about the sexual abuse, about sexual abusing people, haha. It was all a goof. I just want it to be cancelled. I still got half an hour, I just need clothes. You find them clothes, Quantum.
Played this fake victim to be as though they were in Toronto, where you were visiting, and actively searching for.
Nothing you say will sway my opinion of him. I don't expect it to. I know where he is now. Thank you for your time. Quantum founding this channel like always, for real.
For you to do God knows what, making us believe that we helped get this mentally unstable sexual assault victim arrested, who you would later have killed herself nearly 2 months later, making us believe that real people were dying in real time. Yeah, that's something I definitely needed to feel the.
Yeah, guys, I didn't like my OC anymore, so I killed them off. Here's my fanfiction about it. By the way, the characters based on you are the ones who killed him. Hehe.
Weight of and experienced the trauma of when I was 16. And for what? It wasn't to make you look bad, since the moment you went with the decision to make this pretend person.
I just got wind that her killed herself. What? I don't know what to say. Yeah, like, holy shit. What? I don't know. I feel like jumping out of a fucking window. Don't. Definitely do not. Yeah, no, it's not your fault this happened. I love that they're like, yeah, so they died, and now I feel like killing myself. Haha, teehee.
Kill herself, you immediately used it to focus on how you were feeling completely.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not your fault it happened. You know, I've let this affect me more than I've shown, and you know, because of my depressive baggage that I carry around with me everywhere I go, of course I go into a downward fucking spiral. Been going down for the past few months. And now because I keep letting my brain fuck with me, wants to break up because I'm past the point of no return. I don't blame her for wanting to distance herself. Has been incredibly busy. And if I were as busy as her, I wouldn't want to spend time worrying about the sanity of someone I care deeply about. Now with this just... I'm gonna go. Do you have someone nearby you can talk to? No. Everyone's asleep. Then maybe don't leave. We can all hop into the call if you need to. We can jump in the VC. Into the FC. Or watch a movie or something. That's so crazy. Really just, yeah, you know, we can just... Yeah, they're just trying to be friends, be there for them, and then you find out they just killed an imaginary person off and now blame their entire state on this.
Destroyed by that, to the point of insinuating you were having suicidal.
I need to wake up early morning. I'm just gonna go in a down thing of melatonin and go to bed. If you need us, we're always here, okay? Thanks, Icy. You're welcome. Just be safe, okay? Yeah, take care of yourself. I can try. I won't make any promise, though. Good night. Alright, good night. Night, dude. Bruh. Bruh, killing my OC, you know, made me really suicidal.
Ideation yourself, and then talk about your relationship problems. And we rush to comfort you. And then making the pay spin another month later, continuing this narrative as if they were real friends of the supposed person who committed suicide, still trying to do what they could to at least make some attempt at a form of justice. It's emotional abuse. It was an impulse. This happened over the course of months. This is carefully calculated emotional abuse.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you just do like, you know what, I feel like doing this right now. If you keep it up for months, it's really crazy. Like, this is insane levels. Like, bro. Come on. Oh, God. Not even like my alter died, which I would still laugh at. The OC? Yeah, not even the alter. It's a sexual abuse OC. You know? Here every vape hit. I didn't even vape right now. Gee.
To a grotesque degree. And that's of course discounting how you
Tulpa down! Not the tulpa!
to keep me silent on what you had me believing.
Imagine if I had this crash out every time a cult member in Cult of the Lamb died. No, this was my member. You know what? Yes, you blame it every time you have a crash out, you just blame it on the... you blame it on the cult member that died in Cult of the Lambs because, you know, It was my favorite cult member.
Was a genuine case of sexual assault ever since, and putting Kylie through hell because I wouldn't justify to you why I was wary, manipulating the situation and vilifying me so that you could talk about how hurt you
Bro,
were
but making up an OC that is a sexual assault victim of yourself is crazy.
by that, even though the narrative of you being a sex offender was one that you created to try and cancel yourself and get us to stop being your friends, or so you say. And you have the gall to do all of that and then go.
My favorite villager left in Animal Crossing. I'm killing myself. Dude, that was me. That was me when my favorite villager left the unicorn. Julian. When Julian left, I cried for days.
To people.
You don't even know, okay? That's a serious matter. Julie, I will not take this. Do not make fun of my trauma. How dare you? My follower died in Skyrim. I'm ending it all. I was having a mental breakdown and blocked a few people on Twitter. Next morning, I realized my mistake and started unblocking people who blocked me back. I see Ndulu. Next thing I know, I'm kicked from a friend's server, blocked on Twitter, Discord, and Steam, Twitch, everywhere. I have no idea why. Bro, touch grass. I got to a couple people. One blocks me outright, align with all their friends, and the other one tells me I need serious help, vaguely mind you, and blocks me. Some of my other friends are pretty understanding, and they say this isn't normal for friends to do. Well, fuck those people.
Go to people after we cut.
Actual do when the heterochromatic gay cat left. No, Julian was my favorite, okay? But I'm at the end of my rope, man. Nobody's giving me a word or a slightest hint at what could have sparkled this kind of reaction. Oh gee, what could it be?
Cut you off and sarcastically.
From people who I would have assumed were my closest friends. So I've just talked to a few people and they're either
comment about how Kylie and I are just
blocked me without a work and consoled me. I don't know which one you'll be. I'm just trying to make sense of all this. Oh gee, genuinely not guilt trippy here, huh? Not manipulative at all. Yeah, all my other friends were mean and blocked me, but I have a few who were kind and nice to me. And you know, they were like, this is not normal. This is not normal that people don't want to talk to you. Poor feGhost. So which one will you be,
such good friends for
Jesus fuck, man. Sorry to hear all that. Listen, if someone would write me this, I would just be like, I ain't reading all that. Sorry that happens. Or glad that happened.
traumatizing you by leaving.
I'm legitimately traumatized by all this, and I don't think I can trust people again like I used to. Smiley face. What good friends? Cry me a river. I can hear the world's smallest violin.
Fuck you, dude.
I just know everyone liked the cat and pharaoh cat. No, wait. The true OG. No. I need to derail here for a moment. My true OG in Animal Crossing. Julian, the unicorn, because look at his galaxy sweater. He was based. Okay, and then he decided to move away, and then I never played Animal Crossing again because I was so sad. And then I spent like way too much money for Animal Crossing cards where you can have can scan the card and you can have villagers move in. And I bought so many until I finally had Julian. And then I forced him to come back to me. Okay, that was all I needed to say. The Timu sweater. Hey. He got the hipster sweater, he got it. I got the same sweater, okay?
I feel more than justified in my anger, and I have every right to hate you with all my heart.
Hell
just
yeah.
as I said in my initial comment.
It was 28 at this point. Listen, You say we wanted to be punished, but all you ever did was punish us for not catering to you, all while taking complete advantage of us during a time when catering was all we did for you. Yeah, the funny thing is when it got to the point where you, in quotation mark, punished them, like when it got to the point where you were like, no, we're cutting it off, fuck you, then they're like, oh, how could you all understand me? So, fuck you with that explanation.
You could have stopped. At any time, you could have stopped. And you say you wanted to and even made a planned date to tell us, but you held on to your selfishness and centered your own feelings on how coming forward would affect you to the bitter end. Because the truth is, whether it be with hatred or with pity, all you ever truly thought about was yourself. And that's basically all there is to the video and what changed because of it. Now, I'd like to clear up some misunderstandings that came from what happened publicly on the day the video dropped, but before I do that, Kylie asked me if she could be part of this video and really get her...
Saint got a PTSD reaction to just me saying you want to be punished.
first and final take on all of this, since she didn't really speak in the last video. So, without further ado, here she is.
Hey, hi, hello, it's me, Clown. I just wanted
I
to
love that artwork.
record this to say a few things since I didn't really speak much during the video and afterwards other than saying I wanted to be left alone on Twitter. There's a reason I didn't speak out. A, I left and denounced my YouTube channel so I didn't have much of a platform to use, and B, I mentally can't handle things like this, especially when it comes to Twitter. I focused too much on the negative and it got really bad to the point I decided to step away for a while because it was actively affecting me to where I am not taking care of myself. If you want my actual thoughts about all of this, like from my voice, here it is. It wasn't easy to get here, knowing I had to cut another person out of my life because of how toxic and disgusting they were. This has happened 3 times the past few years in a row, and
that sucks. If it happens so often after each other, it must get tiring at some point.
it's destroyed me, to put it bluntly. So now feGhost is the 4th, and I grieved for days after I blocked him, and I was shaking in fear thinking of what the public was going to think. Thankfully, it has been really positive, but unfortunately...
Do they get shit for the split face, like the conjoined twin thing being a sore spot for the art peeps? Saint, why are you cringe right now? This is just like a horror. This is like a horror, aspect. Saint, you're cringe right now. Stop being cringe.
Unfortunately, I've been focusing too much on the negative, and I found just really viewpoints that really ate away at me. What drove me to actually take a step back was when people tried to paint Dulu as this secret horrible person for standing up to the actual manipulator.
Dulu was actually the mastermind all along. Of course, of course.
And tried to sprinkle in how they felt bad for me, but also feGhost. I lost it. I didn't want to be on that damn bird app anymore, so I left telling people to leave me be. I realize now after some reflection that I just couldn't handle this type of high stress. Even though I left the CC over a year ago, I still feel like I'm being dragged in. And I'm taking a stand to say, leave me out of it. Just leave me alone.
Wait, people really said something about the split face arc? That's a horror trope, what? Julie, say psych right now. Say psych right now.
And to not refer to me as Icy, but as Clown. As for feGhost's response, so apparently this was all fabricated according to him, and after looking back at the original video, it just makes the situation more vile. So, you made all of this up just to
I'm just thinking, like, she didn't get any flack for the drawing, okay? I was about to say, that would have been super cringe. I'm just, like, still flabbergasted, you could say. Because I think, you know, is it worse that it was just made up? Because why would you think the best idea to get yourself cancelled is faking having SA to people and having then one of those SA victims kill themselves thanks to your friends? Like, how do you even make that up? Where? There's easier ways to do it. Just mysteriously disappear.
emotionally abuse us for shits and giggles. You made all of the tweets and the screenshots, and for what? Frankly, I don't believe him when he said he was going to come clean. Either this was based on something he might have done, or he really thought he could continue this facade, even though he wanted us to drop him in the first place. Nothing.
Listen, it would have only been even worse if they would have made drawings of their SAOCs.
Makes sense and yet does at the same time. The whole story he fed us
And
was
made a character sheet for them.
insane in retrospect, and he did show that he had access to the accounts, so it's just utterly insane. What I don't get is that if this whole thing was fake, why was he so hung up on me confronting him about this assault? If what he says is true, and I have a limited time believing it is, and this was all fake, then what the kind of mind game were you trying to win?
Of course, cringe is Saint is cringe. He is fresh salt. True. Oh, surely, do you know about whiz sheets? We recently discovered those. Julie, do you know about whiz sheets?
feGhost, I regret ever giving you any of my kindness, ever opening up to you, and appeasing your delusion. The amount of times I blamed myself for your meltdowns and thinking if I had just kept my mouth shut, everything would be normal. The amount of times I felt suffocated by you just because I didn't get into a Discord call with you. Just everything you did to me in Dulu.
I'd love to stay and listen to the madhouse, but my uncle made spaghetti and I don't want feGhost to sully the pasta. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your spaghetti. Wait, what? Whiz sheets? Saint! I wanted to explain it. Fuck you. Yeah, whiz sheets is when you get a character sheet for a girl you like, you know, as a kind of flirt, you know, hey, girl, I can get you a ref sheet for your OC if you want. No strings attached, honey.
I hope I never, ever see you again. And I hope you got what you wanted.
Now you know, Julie, if you want to whiz someone up, make them a character sheet of their OC.
Now
That's how
all
you get laid, apparently, nowadays.
people will see you as is a sex offender. Or not, since you made all this up over some rando on the internet calling you a fucking pedophile. Get help. To conclude, I just want to be left alone right now. I just want to continue with my life. These past couple months have been constant anxiety attacks over things I really shouldn't be freaking out over, because it's stuff in the past that I know about and I take full accountability for. I don't want to waste a breath of my time having to explain myself.
Honestly, it sucks that people feel like they now have to apologize for even associating with him. Because, come on, man, I will make my girlfriend a red sheet right now. Hell yeah, you do that, Julie. That's how you do it.
Or tiptoe around everything when all I want to do is draw, design, and play video games. And I just want to say thank you all so much for the support. I should be focusing on you guys more because all of you have made this whole ordeal less of a struggle. To mutuals, friends, and followers, just thank you so much. In the meantime, I just request that you respect my privacy, and I'm going to stay off of Twitter for a while. This whole thing has just been a roller coaster, but I'm really, really, really thankful for all of you. So, yeah.
Thank you, Kylie, for putting your voice here on this channel. I know this has been the opposite of easy for you as well. Everyone remember to go send Clown some love on their socials, even if they're taking a break for now. With that out of the way, though, I want to clear up a few things. Since the day that feGhost posted their video, I was kind of found going off all day on Twitter. And
You were so aggressive, Julie. No, but on a serious note, it's why you need to dig on someone before forming an alliance. Any kind of backing is seen as endorsement. If you get into bed with someone and it comes out they're bad, you are also fucked, I think you mean. Think you want to finish that. Yeah, but again, if it's someone who is widely liked or widely liked in general, and on the outside doesn't have much dirt on them beforehand, and then you get to friendship and then find out about so much behind the scenes. I can imagine it being rough, especially when you are young. No, I'm old, angry. I'm out of shits to give. But when you're still young and hopeful, it can really mess with you.
Just want to be clear on exactly what happened, since it seemed to make some people a bit upset, which I don't blame most of them for in retrospect. So I had actually not been on my socials at all after I posted my video, and
I'll be offline for a bit.
should have stayed that way, honestly. But then feGhost video dropped. Some friends
We're still going. We even still have the 2.5 hours in front of us.
mentioned it and asked if I wanted to watch it, so I did. And when I had the
I will sink the Titanic.
realization of the
No,
possibility
Quantum.
that everything was fake,
Quantum will be the iceberg. Oh, if they were clean beforehand, totally fucked, and I feel really bad for them, especially if you're young and have little to no experience navigating this kind of things, yeah. That's why I'm not too rough that they tried for so long to still kind of get out of it, or try to, how do I say this? Hope it will get better. Try to stick it out, you know. Usually I would be like, hey, the block bottom is right there, hehe. Do you aren't making it through the Lyo call? No, Mega Part 2. Never. Mama didn't raise a quitter.
and started to process how useless and meaningless all the pain we went through was, all the trauma I had from 16 from that situation, and then saw one of my closest friends crying from how hurt they were. I just saw red, and I started going off. I posted the comment in Rage,
You mean the best comment ever?
which got shadow banned for some reason, and that's when I decided to post it on Twitter
Logging back in for just a moment. Ah, it's this one.
and started rage tweeting, which is something you should never do. Just
Shush. 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 Surely from the past. Shush.
tweet. The first of which was, looking back, really dumb of me to post as I did, when they were leaving some old abandoned
Wait, what Lyo call? The feGhost is a freak call. From last year.
DM groups that only had me and B in them, and I basically went good riddance and shooed them out because, yeah, in what world do you think I'd be okay sharing any space with them?
Exactly, Julie. It wasn't dumb, I was based. Based as fuck. That call is pain, I know. That's why I'm so excited for it.
The reason why I say it was dumb of me to post it as I did is because I only showed me shooing them off and them leaving, which could very easily lead to people believe that I was kicking them away from friends just wherever. when
Yes, as you should.
That's not what happened. And then the second tweet I made was me snidely thanking them for getting rid of their platforms, which
Yes, which is extremely based.
I still think was the right decision on their end. So some people viewed this as not a good look, and I understand why.
I view this as the best look ever.
Because without context, it's very easy to take these tweets and make them out to be something that they're not. And because the video had gotten taken down so fast, because my reaction to it, telling them to delete everything, was posted in like the first...
You'll see all these fucks good at me. Yes. Dude, why is this person we're watching blue? Access, stop questioning people on their color. Just Saturday, you asked me why I'm so white.
hour of them posting the video, a lot of people didn't get the context and didn't make the connections on how a lie like that would have just put me in like full berserk mode. So I saw some people being like, oh, if you're gonna kick someone while they're down, it's not gonna make me like you.
No, you should have kicked them even more.
And it's like, trust me, no one in the world existed in my mind except me, my friends, and feGhost when I was making those tweets. If my mind was on Earth, you're
I can't stay for the call when I stay a bit longer here. Thanks, Jolie.
in Andromeda. Those tweets weren't for anyone but myself. Because getting to go off at the guy who I'd spent years catering to and tiptoeing around issues with, and who was now making my friends and I have to experience a whole new level of pain that we had to process, was therapeutic and emotional.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. feGhost could have killed themselves. Like that'd be bad. Exactly, tell them to do backflip.
I don't regret it. I also think that because so many people didn't have the new
In
information
Minecraft.
when they saw me popping off on Twitter, or else didn't have the time to really process it and think about how that would have affected me. I, of course, saw some people invoking the name of the GOAT to compare me to her, as she made her whole expose video, which was made with malintent and under bad faith pretenses, which mine was not. She seemed all too happy to see the downfall of who she went after she, exposed them in massive air quotes. And once again, I am pleading for people to move on from the Spectre situation of 2018. So
People will never move on.
I guess I could see how you think we're similar if you tilt your head, but if you really look at things and know the full
Who is Pentagon now? Do I need to see more lore? I swear every time I cover one of these, there's immediately 2 new topics.
context, you can see we are not the same. Firstly, I made it pretty clear that my video was meant to act as a
Good
warning.
night, I have to get some more dew bugs. I will hate L nearly every minute at work. You can do it, Quantum. I believe in you. With all my heart. Pentagram is ancient cursed lore. Now, Julie. This just makes me more curious. This is now the next person I will put on my list. Thank you.
An expose to help not have what happened to my friends and I ever happen again. I wasn't reveling in feGhost losing subscribers and getting dislike bombed. I was actually logged out of everything after I posted the video, and in fact asked my friends not to tell me what everyone was saying and what was even happening. What happened?
I swear, Zoomers. Me knowing there's probably 99 reason not to be nervous about today, that also still not helping me to not feel nervous. Honestly, that's kinda me every day of my life. I love Elo. I'm sorry I didn't see that. I feel less nervous now for some reason. I logged out of everything, so just asked you don't send me anything regarding what people are saying for blobs the next few days, honestly, but definitely at the very least today. I wouldn't anyway, but you got it. Just wanted to make sure I don't get any surprises.
In fact, asked my friends not to tell me.
And everyone, I logged out of anything, so I just asked you don't send me anything regarding what people are saying for probably the next few days. I got permission from Norms to text everyone, so get mad at her, not me. No worries. Thank you for posting. Try to give yourself a break. Alright, yeah, seriously deserve a break after everything you went through. Hope you rest lots during this time and take care of yourself. Oh.
Me what everyone was saying and what was even happening.
I'm getting sushi. What kind? Also, I logged out of everything. Most likely a crunchy California. Don't worry, wasn't planning on it.
What happened was that I became infuriated with what I came to know
Saint, I hate to tell you, we're just old.
after watching their video and told them to get off the internet. Saw them leaving old DM groups I was in with them and shooed them, and then was happy.
Julie, why would you say this? Why would you tell me that 2018 was 7 years ago? Julie. Julie, no.
When they did just what I asked. You don't have to agree with what I said in those tweets or my disregard for how feGhost felt about what I was saying. You don't. I'm not asking for you to be like my hype man. But what I am asking for is for all of us, and forgive me for sounding bitchy here, but
you gotta sound bitchy here, or keep your innocent ears closed now.
remember our lanes. Like, I'm a directly affected party here, even more than I initially thought, which has just been an amazing thing to process, and was something I was in the middle of processing when I was popping off for those 2 tweets. And I don't really think it's anyone's place to judge how I reacted to and initially dealt with that trauma, especially with the conviction that I saw some people have when talking about me. If it's not how you think you would have reacted, or you think you would have done differently if you felt the same, that's fine. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, so bitchy. Oh, my poor innocent ears. Needed to put it in so hidden, didn't get her fragile with sensibilities hurt. Oh no, the bitchiness. Ooh, I'm red all around. Almost cried here. Also, if you think an abuse victim denouncing their abuser as a sarcastic or rude demeanor makes them a condemnable toxic person, I simply don't know what to tell you.
And to anyone wondering, even though this should be obvious, no, I don't want feGhost to commit suicide. That's
Should you lie, Julie?
up, and if any of you guys are pushing for that, I don't condone it. Stop. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to have a platform. I think I expressed it pretty aggressively that I don't want you to have one when the live first came out, and I don't really think anyone
That's
thinks you can
outdated.
handle one as you are. But I just want you off your socials and going to get therapy so you can get better. I shouldn't. I should want just horrible things for you. And, you know, sometimes
Thank you, that we do not feeling it. Listen, Julie, we are now here to enable you. Be worse.
I do. I'm just another person, and sometimes I just feel how I feel. But what I really want when I'm not riding high on rage or whatever is for you to get therapy,
Oh, high on wage. Oh.
like I have for years. I don't want your apology, and I don't want to see you ever again, but that shouldn't stop you from making the choice to get therapy, because your recovery and growth should not ever be reliant on my or anyone else's forgiveness. It should be for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, optics, Saint. I know, optics.
And until you make it for you, you're never truly going to get better. I want to find a positive way to end things off. And I think the best way to do that is to address how wonderful everyone has been. Like, yeah,
Ew, positivity. Cringe.
there've been some stinkers, sure, and did I probably give too much attention to some of them? Probably. But it's never too late to turn that around and focus on the positive stuff. And the reality is that there have been so many kind people that have expressed support and admiration to me since my video came out, and you're all amazing.
Positivity!
The influx of positivity sent my way since that video has helped me in ways I didn't think it could. And I'm
At least the people in the comments were nice. Oh, that's good.
coming out of this feeling leagues better than
The creators sucked. You know, it's bad when the creators are the ones who are like, how could you do this? That's why he's here, dude, to make sure you don't get cancelled too soon. While he keeps every moment in a document.
I thought I would. I'm not a spiritual person, but I feel like I just cleansed so much filth, and now I feel so renewed. And I believe that if it wasn't for just all
That's a new good way to say, yeah, I just got rid of a toxic person in my life. I just cleansed myself. I put on some incense, you know. Shoot all the disgusting spirits out.
of the wonderful words of encouragement and affirmation, I probably would have been engulfed with that rage and that pit of anguish for way longer. But overall, I just feel better. Was I put off by some of the anger and assumptions people were making about me? Sure, but I don't know. I just can't find it in me to stay mad at any of those people. Like, I get
Listen. Never forgive, never forget.
it. Everyone makes misunderstandings and has their own view on things, and I certainly wouldn't be doing myself anything good by being hung up on any of that. And the support has made me able to feel in confidence that, yes, I do deserve to heal from this. And yes, I am strong for doing what I did. As far as everything goes for me, it's done. I meant what I said in my original video. I just don't want this man plaguing my
We
life.
hate in this house, yes! We do what is the fuck words English, come to me. The opposite of toxic. We do the healthy amount of hate.
For the lives of my friends anymore, and hopefully with this I can secure that to the best of my abilities. I honestly just want to finally start taking the steps to fully move on from this, and this is the final thing keeping me from being able to take those steps in full. I'm not here to keep tabs on feGhost. I want nothing to do with them, and I wouldn't be doing myself any favors by continuing to indulge myself in this person or situation that has caused my friends and I so much pain. Did I go up for those couple hours? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was hella based. It's like cool.
But did I do or have I done anything remotely similar to that before or after that specific instance? No. I have nothing else to say on this situation. I don't feel I'll be talking about this anymore moving forward. I want what I wanted from the beginning, and that is freedom.
And you slate, truly. You truly slate, especially with the dear heaven answer looking ass. I will steal that line someday.
feGhost, both literal and emotional, as well as for everyone to be informed on everything, and I have all that. I don't want this to be, you know, a drama. The situation has revealed itself to be...
Oh, quotation marks. Oh, the drama. Oh. Obliviates the fuck out of it on Twitter. I'm very excited to look at this next.
intensely personal, even more than I thought originally, and it's something for me and my friends who were also affected to process personally. So there's no reason for me to publicly dwell in this situation any further. What feGhost chooses to do is in feGhost's hands. And also, please don't expect me to make this kind of content in the future. With that, I'd like to once again thank everyone.
This is from a vet manager. Never say this is the last video. That's a voodoo curse. Listen, I don't know anything about it, but even I know. I will not make another video. A few months later. Oh, fuck.
One who has supported me through this, be it friends, viewers, colleagues. Your support has just helped me feel like, yes, I'm going to get through this. And I know I will. I'll see everyone later.
So wholesome. So wholesome. Yeah, okay, I think Saint was right. I think the liar call I will make in the next stream, because it's 2 hours and a half. If you want a subject to die, what we say is if feGhost wants to smoke, say something else, bitch. That's great. Yeah. So this is it for today. It's 2 a.m. I think I won't make it through another 2.5 hours. Then I will sit here until 6 a.m. So with that, I hope you liked having the first insight to feGhost. And then we will have the Lio call in the next one. Might be tomorrow even. And with that, have a good night, y'all. Love you all. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.